Hello. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having an absolutely wonderful day today so far. I mean, one thing to do is jump right back into the game, which I'm very glad that save file actually exists, because I may or may not have forgot to check that I actually transferred the save files over to this computer. Okay, where did we leave off? I don't actually remember where we left off, because it has been like 2 or 3 weeks since I've had the chance to play any Mina the Hollower, just due to my computer being slightly broken last time. Or slightly broken. That is presumably not how I want this to happen. I suspect that getting zapped. Guess who? Probably you. Also, that is a lot of damage getting dealt by the lightning. How do I avoid the lightning? Do I need to stay close to the metal? Oh, that is probably what it is. It's probably trying to zap me, and if I stay close to the lightning rods. Yeah, I'm a little bit low on health. Okay, I'm a little bit less low on health now. Okay, I never did figure out exactly how the lightning mechanics worked in this game previously. So knowing that they require me to be close to a lightning rod to not get zapped is useful. Assuming there's a lightning rod for me to get zapped by. Okay, oh, I can also stay hidden in the pipe tunnels. That also seems to save me from getting zapped. The game doesn't always do the best job of explaining the mechanics, and kind of just assumes that you're going to figure it out as you go. Someone's making a port of this game for mobile. Oh, that'll be interesting. This game would work, I think, fairly well on mobile. I am also very low on health again. Yeah, my health is not doing the best. Case in point. This game would probably work fairly well on mobile. The one thing I'd be somewhat concerned about is if the game's runs fast, or is if mobile would be fast enough to run some of the special effects that the game has. Just because the game does have some more complicated things that it does. Okay, so note to self, avoid getting hit by the lightning when it goes horizontal. That presumably hurts quite a lot. That presumably hurts quite a lot. Okay, there we go. I at least got my spark back. That does always help. Because I think that being off the screen for the lightning does... Off the lightning screen... Yeah, I think being off the lightning rod screen stops them from absorbing the lightning that's been blasting me. I just walked straight off the ledge there. Yeah, there's some stone that when you have equipped it turned into the best form or something. Oh, probably. I am also taking a lot more damage than I realistically should be here. Yeah, the lightning rods they're not hugely... Like, the lightning's not hugely problematic. Though constantly getting knocked off, or the beast mode or something. Yeah. I don't think I have that particular item. I do definitely need to watch out for the lightning still. Yeah, the lightning does... the lightning's not terribly dangerous still. I'm still gonna go with the lightning's not terribly dangerous. Though it is still dangerous. Yeah, multiple. There are a lot of items in this game, and I'm only sure what, like, maybe 20% of them actually do. Okay, I think I want to wait in the log thing. It's off to the right side of the screen there. Until the lightning has actually gone through. And then let the zappy stuff zap. Okay, get my spark back. That lightning, like, the lightning always launches me clear across the screen. But I suppose I do keep stepping onto the platforms. I do suppose I keep stepping onto the platforms, which is probably slightly less than ideal, or, yeah, autocorrect. I don't like autocorrect a lot of the time. Unfortunately, we're stuck with it a lot of the time also. It also... it has no idea how to translate the names of most games. I'm having a very hard time with this one room. This room should not be this difficult, I don't think. Because there's like only 3 enemies in it. There's the one in the lightning. Yeah, there's the one enemy that's just standing in the... Actually, not even standing in the lightning area. There's the one fire enemy. There's the one little enemy that's inside the pumpkins. Can I take out this enemy safely, please? No? And it really respawns me all the way back across the screen. Huh. I do wonder why I'm having so much difficulty with this one particular room, because it doesn't feel like it should be that difficult of a room to get through, at least in mostly one piece. It's like the lightning's not terribly dangerous. I do think I keep just getting knocked off the ledge. That is also a very, very annoying spot for an enemy to stand. Not because it's a terribly difficult enemy type, but just because every time I try to jump over, I get knocked back across this jump barrier. Okay, let's let the lightning actually go. Okay, there we go. Take out one of the 2 enemies at least. Yeah, I do suppose that this game does keep just getting more difficult as I get through more areas, so not entirely surprised by the increased difficulty. Though some of these enemy types are... that was a very close call right there. Particularly the enemy types that, like, I have to jump up and hit. I definitely still struggle with those, at least sometimes. Oh, I was hoping I could go up on the bridge because I want to see what's to the left. But the game does not appear to want to let me do that. Though, luckily there are a lot of lightning rods in this area. I think that does help a little bit. I do think that the lightning rods help a little bit, or just the sheer number of them, since that helps me avoid taking nearly as much damage. That seems problematic to go up. Yeah, I still want to see what is going on in the more left direction before I keep going up further. Okay, there we go. Since this looks suspicious to me. It's a lot of lightning rods. Yeah, that is a very large number of lightning rods. And also a spinning platform. I'm pretty sure I'm taking more damage from trying to avoid the spikes than I would take from just walking over the spikes as well. But, ah well. There's a lot of bones in this area. Oh, I do wonder. What was I gonna say? I do wonder if being under the ground would save me from the lightning as like a portable lightning evasion system. I was not expecting a enemy to pop out of the ground like that. There goes all my health. But for some reason, I was expecting that to be one of the bones, like one of the skulls that's just hanging out underground that I could jump into. But clearly not. Yeah, if I can stay under the ground to avoid the lightning, that would presumably help me out actually quite a lot. Oh, it is timer based on the okay, so that does answer one of my questions. It is timer based per screen for the lightning rods. I think that helps at least a tiny bit. I do still keep getting knocked off the ledge by the lightning knocking me into... The lightning does keep knocking me into just... That is a terrifying spot to be. Yeah, the lightning does keep knocking me into the little mini platforms, which is problematic. Yeah, stars Shinobi Art of the Vengeance. I've heard of that game. I've heard pretty good things about it. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. Keyword on the yet. I do definitely want to play it at some point. But then I have my spark that's stuck over on the left screen in a spot that's hard to get to. Oh, did I make my life, like, way more difficult than it needed to be? I think I did. Because I think I see I think there's a shortcut if I go down a little bit, like 2 steps further. That would have avoided me having to do this entire process over again. Okay, that is... I'll definitely play it again in the future. Seems like a fun game. Yeah, okay, having this shortcut open is going to be rather helpful. I'm honestly not sure why I didn't open that up before. I'm honestly not sure why I didn't open up that shortcut before. Will that take out the fox thing? That will. I'm still not really sure what type of enemy that is, but they are fox-like. Okay, I can get my spark back pretty easily, at least. Okay, I did get my spark back, at least. That does help. Yeah, I think I have a bad sense of how much space I have around the lightning. Around the lightning zapping things. Yeah, try to not step on the... They remind me vaguely of, like, a mandrake. Though it's also hard to not step on them when they're on a platform to get launched to. That does make things a little bit more difficult. That does make things a little bit more, just a touch more difficult. Okay, at least it's not alive anymore. Okay, that solves one problem. I don't need more sidearms. I really don't need more of the sidearms. I don't use them that often. Huh. That looks like an enemy. That enemy presumably does a lot of damage also. How much health does it have? Okay. Oh, actually, it doesn't have that much health. I thought that would deal a lot more... Or at least I have a lot more health than it actually did. Also, apparently I have a key. Bonestone chunk, 1,000. Okay, that means next... At least, I think helps me, because that means next time I'm at my Underlab, I can get an upgrade. Oh, I remember this room. Yeah, whatever that thing was definitely an ugly enemy. But I remember this room, because we came here from... I think this was the previous dungeon? It was either the previous dungeon or outside of this dungeon. We were able to go up, and we came out into the lower part of that room. Okay, I guess I had to test... Okay, being underground does not save me from the lightning. That is good to know. Also, I am out of healing. So I think it might be useful for me to run down to my Underlab now. Just because I am out of the ability to... just out of healing charges. Like, completely out of the ability to heal. Ah. And I'm now at, like, a tiny fraction of my health. The downside is that this does respawn... Yeah, this does respawn every enemy I've defeated, though I do have the shortcut, so it's not terrible. And then this lets me... Oh, I did not pay attention. I really want to upgrade either attack or defense. Those are 74 and 64, though. I suppose getting all my bones from bone shards into... whatever they are now is at least a little bit useful. But yeah, some of the enemies in this game have an art style. I'm going to let the lightning take out the two crow enemies. And then hopefully the lightning takes out the second one. I like how that other enemy took basically as many hits to defeat as one of the just weak common enemies. That is something I've noticed, is that the enemy's health scaling in this game is occasionally slightly questionable. Though it does help that I have the shortcut open now. Really, neither of you guys wanted to walk into my attack. Honestly, fair enough. I'm not sure I'd want to intentionally walk into getting attacked either. Yeah, I like how the big, strong enemy took, like, only a couple of extra hits. Oh, thank goodness, there's no lightning up here. One of these is probably alive. Scarecrow looks different. Let it down? Yes. Actually, they might all be alive. It's not moving. I think it's the one that's up top that I saw wiggle. Let it down? Yes. Yeah, 2 games about bugs, 1 about cats. And one with a mouse. It also talking sentient leaves. I remember that one from last stream. Scarecrow, finally! I'm off that post. I've plenty to barter, if you like. Repulsing Root. Drops a shrieking... some Morn Drake. Repulses and damages foes when hit. Interesting. I do probably want to buy at least the Cure, just because I will absolutely forget that these exist. Yeah, buying at least a couple of keys is very, very helpful. I should buy the trinket also, just because I'm going to forget that there's a shop up here. Yeah, he does also sell a number of healing items. Though I think those are a little bit less useful. I think the healing items are a little bit less useful for me to buy. I do like the key, just because I definitely tended to forget that those exist. Yeah, I definitely tend to forget that the healing items exist. Which does not help significantly. That is a lot of enemies. Holy cow. I was not expecting there to be like half a dozen enemies just standing up there. I should heal before I run out of health. Okay. There's still more. Yeah, I was expecting like maybe 2 or 3 enemies, not like 5 or 10. I suppose that's probably why it gave me so many just like a shop full of healing and whatnot right before I jumped down here. Okay, we are getting the bone number up. But I do suppose I just spent like my entire savings on a key and a random item. Can I get onto this building's roof somehow? Or do they... I think they kept their door locked. Okay, they did not keep their door locked. An enemy's coming out of it. Gosh, that is so many enemies. Also, something just went through the mirror. That feels mildly problematic. Yeah, the mirror feels mildly problematic. I think I want to heal again. Yeah, I'm less concerned about... Yeah, I'm still a bit less concerned about getting heals from things, and much more concerned with getting all of the just... I still need money. I still need all the items. Because the lack of a map is not normally a problem until it comes to making sure I actually found all of a given enemy type. Oh yeah, I am not running out of content anytime soon. That is... What did I just pick up? Guardian Casket. A sturdy shield, tap to bash. Keep holding to block. Bash as you get hit to parry. Did it just change my... I really don't like how it just, like, changes my weapon when I pick up a new one. My friend got chased by those dang crows into this house, but he never came out. Where the heck did he go? I'm guessing he went into the mirror, which is mildly problematic. Also, I do like how we can look at ourselves in the mirror. If I can remember how to get out of the mirror, that would also be helpful. Because I don't see a tunnel. I also haven't seen a save point in quite a while, which makes the fact that it swapped me out for a shield mechanism slightly inconvenient. And then it puts me into a combat challenge. I suppose the shield does do a reasonable-ish amount of damage. Yeah, the shield does do a reasonable-ish amount of damage. Though I'd still prefer to not have gotten forced into using a shield instead of my actual weapon that I had intentionally selected. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here now. This is not terribly convenient. Yeah, this is not a terribly convenient weapon. Like, I do suppose it does let me block. But also, when I'm trying to face off against enemies... Not being able to heal is not the greatest thing ever. Oh, it's... What was Clumpy doing inside of an enemy? It's time to give that brain a poke. I'm Clumpy D and here's my joke. What do you call a group of crows? A group of crows is called a murder. That one just slays me, because it's true. That was a very bad joke from him. Till next time, try not to die. Do keep laughing, lest you cry. I don't think I can swap my primary weapon out on the pause screen. The only spot I noted that I can do that Oh, I can swap it on the pause screen. Can I? No, it lets me see them, but I don't think it lets me select one from the pause screen. Yeah, it only lets me see them from the pause screen. Which is, I can swap them back, or I can swap them around once I get back, or once I get to a save point. Okay, I suppose that works. That does not work. What is the crow, or what is this guy doing in my save point? Because I want to swap my... Because this is a giant invincible scarecrow who is standing in my save point and making it so I can't save. Let you read. Like, I know how to swap my weapon back. I just need to be at a save point. This is not a great weapon for this section either. Yeah, this is not a great weapon for this section. Because it's also so slow to break things. Yeah, it doesn't help that the shield is just slow to break things. That also makes it not super great. Yeah, being slow to break things makes it not great when I need to run from the scarecrow quickly. I've already been over this way. That did not help. Okay, are you just gonna throw me? I mean, you at least threw me in the direction I wanted to go. Could have been worse. Yeah, I'd still very much like to actually be able to swap my weapon back. I also want that item. Okay. Because the moment I talk to this NPC, the scarecrow's gonna start chasing me again. Gobble gobble. I ain't sticking my neck out or the carving man will get me. I'm flying out of here. Yep. The scarecrow is, as far as I can tell, the carving man. Are you gonna throw me into the pit? You're gonna throw me into the bottomless pit, aren't you? Yes, you are. It's not terribly convenient. Yes, this enemy... Also, the wind in this area. I do suppose when I inevitably run out of health here, I'll be able to respawn and then get my item back. Or swap my weapon back around. The wind is also a little bit funky in this game, a lot of the time. No, because it's gonna spawn me back here. Because my save point is the one that spawns him. Oh, that is terrible. Because I don't even respawn in the good spot. I mean, I suppose it is what it is. It does force me to actually use the shield a little bit. But you can see how slow the shield is for breaking these bushes. Particularly when I still do need to be running quite a bit faster. Yeah, the carving man... Oh, is he gonna throw me the other direction now? He is. Because I need to talk... Yeah, I need to talk to... I need to talk to the little creature that was in the room that I died in. I also need to get my spark back from that room. Which does mean I actually need to go down there still. He even respawns in this room. I need to get my spark back. Yeah, I always need to make sure I actually get my spark back. Oh, did that deal damage to him to throw one of the... What did I even throw at them? I'm legitimately not sure. I'm legitimately not sure what I even threw there. Oh, it was an exploding flaming mandrake. Okay, at least have... Yeah, I at least have my spark back. Though I still need to figure out where the game wants me to go from here. Because it's not... Where did it want me to go now? I think it wants me to go to the right, but I'm not sure how to get over there. I can't make it into that building. But the fact that that's actually something that dealt damage to the Scarecrow is... It's the first time I think I've actually seen the Scarecrow take damage. Or, sorry, the Carving Man take damage. How do I get down... Yeah, how do I get down into the other section? Oh, I need to go down through here. I got it. Because I think I want to go angle towards the right. Okay, that opens up a shortcut. At least that opens up, maybe not a shortcut, but that opens up a pathway. I want to keep my health up as high as I can, though that doesn't... The fact that I don't see any plasma does not help. Oh, can I move the lightning rods? That's a movable lightning rod, I think. Ah. Let's not get zapped to the point of oblivion. Also, my health is still very, very low. And I still have the not-so-great shield. Yeah, I still have a not-so-great shield to work with here. Please give me an actual save point. Please tell me this is an actual save point. Okay, this is an actual save point. Which means I can swap back to my attack that actually does damage. Improvements. Yeah, and one small improvement at a time. It is very helpful to actually be able to switch back to a useful both weapon and... So this is both a weapon and just healing in general. And also a save point that does not have the Carving Man. Where did I respawn? Oh, that's where I respawned. I want that golden skull. Yeah, I want that golden skull from the tunnel. I can see it right there. Because the golden skulls are worth a pretty good pile of money as well. I don't know where I want to take... I don't know where I want to take that portable lightning rod. I suppose this spot probably works well enough. Ah. It was just barely not far enough over for me to not get zapped. Okay, ooh, 200 bones. 200 bones is quite nice. Yeah, the bones are both money for me to buy things and also experience for me to get an upgrade. The wind. Oh gosh. The wind that this game throws at me in some of these areas is exceptionally difficult for me to deal with at times. Particularly when it's super strong wind that, like, just blows me around constantly. It's really, really hard for me to even remotely consistently go where I want to. It's like, take like Celeste's wind level. It's like take Celeste's wind and make it way harder to deal with. Oh, come on. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun Boom finally releases for mobile. Don't think I've heard of that game. I am at least aware of what Warhammer is. Yeah, the wind is terribly... It's pretty terrible to try to dodge. Or at least, yeah, even working with the wind is fairly difficult. Okay, ooh, Bonestone Shard. I am not great on the health department, though. Ah. It's like the Wind and Blasphemous. Blasphemous is on my list of games to play on stream at some point soon. Yeah, Blasphemous is definitely a game I'm going to play sometime relatively soon, probably. Probably relatively soon. Though now I just have to make it all the way back through because I got zapped by the wind until to the point of like getting absolutely destroyed by said wind. I got knocked by the wind into the bottomless pit. I did at least pick up most of the items in the first room and open the shortcuts. So hopefully it's easier for me to get through. Of course. No, of course, one of them more Drake. Yeah, I'm going to play through both of the Blasphemous games. When I tend to try to play through an entire series. But yeah, the Blasphemous games and then both the Grime games are also pretty far up my backlog. I suppose that works. Get mandraked into the wind room. Getting mandraked into the wind room, I suppose, does work. Because that lets me get actually quite a ways over. I just want to make it through this one room. Okay, that takes out the enemies. Can I at least heal? I can heal. Yeah, Blasphemous 2 has kind of expensive DLC. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, there was even a heal in this room. I see a save point up top. I don't know how I can get up there because I don't have the shortcut opened. I don't have the shortcut up opened, which is a little bit. Yeah, I see the skull. I'm debating if this skull is worth. Actually, it's not that difficult to get to. Like I say, I'm debating if the skull's worth the effort to go get it, but it's also like right there. Ah, yes. Now I have wind and lightning, because just lightning is, or just wind is. In the Carving Man. Okay, that is problematic. Yeah, I'm gonna call that rather problematic. Because that is... I kind of just ignore everything when the Carving Man's here. Ah. That is... I need to take the top path first. I need to press that button to open the spikes. And then, of course, I get knocked into the bottomless void. Ah. Nice all-in-one. Yeah, because I have the wind, I have the lightning, and I have the Carving Man. I don't terribly mind the Carving Man as a, like, mechanic. Though combining all the things together does make it a little bit terrifying. Yeah, combining everything together does make it just a little bit terrifying to deal with. I do have the one heal I can get that I know of in this room up ahead. I'm gonna let the lightning... Okay, I want to get some level of plasma. Because I do want to keep my health up more rather than less as well. Okay, I need to very quickly just avoid getting hit by the mandrake there. Okay, 1, 2, and then I need to jump across that gap. That gap I can I think when I'm popping out of being underground, the wind doesn't actually impact me for like a split second. There's like a split second where the wind doesn't actually hit me. Yeah, the heal vials also at least always spawn in the same spot. I think I like the pebbles more than the disc. Now we have Lightning Wind and Carving Man. At least I hopefully can make it through here slightly more intact. I say as I definitely am not making it through that part intact. Yeah, the spikes, I think it saves the fact that I had already pushed the button for the spikes. And I can get my spark back. Because if I lose both my sparks, it's rather inconvenient. Yeah, losing both my sparks is rather inconvenient because then I lose all my experience. Carving Shack. That's a new area name as well. Oh. That's the final that's a boss fight. That is like an actual well and proper boss fight. Oh, that's probably the dungeon boss, isn't it? I did figure that the Carving Man would probably be the dungeon boss. I just wasn't expecting him to be so large. Okay. That is not convenient. That attack lasted a lot longer than I expected. Okay, I can keep my health up somewhat. Yeah, I can keep my health up somewhat, and I can kind of do a lot of damage. I can do a lot of damage tanking in this game. Shoot. Oh gosh, I got him to like... I don't know if you saw how small that health sliver was. That was entirely my fault as well. Because I was attacking instead of... Had I walked down, like, a tiny bit, I would have won that. Oh wait, I do need to bring the lightning rod over here with me. I need to then drop the lightning rod up on the top. Because yeah, if I had just a little bit more of... Or if I had, like, even thrown out my sidearm, like, one time. Yeah, he had, like, one more hit left. I'm gonna stay in the pipe. Because now that I know that I have to get all the way there, and there's a final boss before the next save point, watch it take, like, way longer this time. Yeah, well, watch it take, like... significantly longer to actually get, like, now that I did one attempt, the next attempt is probably gonna take like 10 times as many tries, because that would just be kind of my luck. Ah, yes, wind. Let's not... I also need to make sure I'm careful to not run out of health here. Actually, I'm just gonna ignore some of these enemies, because a couple of these enemies is not terribly important for me to take out every single thing. But I also at least know where I need to go. Yeah, I at least know where to go. That does also help quite a lot. Because that does mean I can just go fast. I'm going to pick up whatever random item I get. Because, yeah, the Carving Man's not... Yeah, he doesn't deal a ton of damage with most of his attacks. It's mostly just making... A lot of it is the fact that I just can't actually dodge in this game. Which makes it Ah. Yeah, the lack of a dodge. I think in the last room I need to use the jump pad. Maybe. You might be onto something there. Okay, I want... Because if I can get there with... I got there with a decent amount of health, at least. I'm gonna let the zappy thing zappy. I'm gonna let the lightning rod zap over to the side. Because it does deal, like... Also, if I had enough bones for a damage upgrade, that would also be fairly useful. Because I think a damage or even a defense upgrade would be quite helpful. Though I am now, I think, at 0 sparks, which means if I die again, I lose 4,000 bones, which would be somewhat sad. Is it not going to let me jump that gap when it's in wind mode? I am going to fall into the bottomless pit again. I burned one of my heals falling into the bottomless pit because of the wind. Because if I could get to that last save point, that would also presumably make this a fair bit, if not easier, at least faster. Oh, I see what you mean by use the jump pad. Because that would make my life a fair bit easier if I had that save point. And I can indeed get that save point. How many bonestone shards do I have? I have over 5,000 bonestone shards. I think I can upgrade my attack. Because I think if I go 2880... No, that might only be... That's an upgrade. I just don't know if that's going to be an attack or defense upgrade. The wind in that previous room is just always there. That is an attack upgrade. Okay, 7,400 bones. I almost said 74,000 bones. 7,400 bones is pretty good. That also lets me open up... Okay, that's the shortcut down to the farmhouse. Because this gives me... This at least puts me in a better spot for... This at least puts me in a better spot for the boss fight. Because now I can... Yeah, now I have more... At least I have more health. I say that as if I didn't just take a bunch of damage on the way over. Though this is not a terribly difficult room to get through. I'm going to heal before I go into the boss arena as well. Because yeah, if I deal more damage... I mean, if I just deal an endless amount of damage to the boss, then they don't survive either. So I do want to heal here. Yeah, I do need to make sure I at least watch my healing a little bit. Though I suppose my dodge... I do suppose I also have a type sort of dodge ability. Because I can go underground. And that does at least get me out of the way. Okay, let's not make the same mistake again. There we go. That worked significantly better. Than stand there and attack at nothing to stand there and... Or actually walk up into the boss when I attack them. And I get more max health. I do appreciate the fact that the bosses actually give me a health upgrade. Because buying all the health upgrades earlier did help quite a bit as well, I think, with the earlier dungeons. But hey, that is a entire... I think that's mostly dungeon claim. Now it's just a question of, do I remember how the spark generator works? The definitely not evil spark generators. Which I'm honestly not sure how much I trust that they're not that there's not something evil going on with the spark generators at this point. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I trust that the spark generators are actually a good thing. Where is the pathway up? Yeah, I at least don't lose things. See, I don't know if I entirely trust that the spark generators are friendly. It's like, where is... Okay, oh, it's a jump pad. Oh, I got it. That actually makes a lot of sense. Because then I need a jump pad... From the dungeon that had all the jump pads, that I need a jump pad in order to actually get up. Okay, then I can keep going up. Really? Is it gonna just get me stuck there? I have a very difficult time actually getting up the spark generators. And I'm not sure what it is that I'm like consistently doing. I wouldn't say wrong, just weird. I did not see that jump pad before. The jump pad does certainly help. Now I can jump pad there, into there. I can jump pad there. Where do I need to go? Because I think hitting those little spinny things does help quite a bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the spark generators constantly give me problems for really no reason. Yeah, feat Sparks of Genius. Restore half of the spark generators. I'm still not sure if these are evil or not. They kind of feel slightly evil sometimes. Mina, and now reach out to you, as Lionel has continued to ignore my letters. You've traveled the Isle. You must see the spark generators are the source of its blight. Your beacons of prosperity have become instruments of destruction. Lionel is lying to you. He knows the damage as well as I do, but hides it for his own benefit. I urge you to recognize the truth. The towers must be decommissioned permanently. I know you're a good person, and these towers were born of noble intent. I've seen it myself. Please, help me instead of hindering me. I don't know how much time we have left. Yeah, it's just the stuff that I keep seeing every time I save one of or restore one of the spark generators. Regards, Thorn. Like, he was apparently a very loyal, like, either guardsman or soldier for Lionel. So the fact that he turned to the quote-unquote evil side to destroy the spark generators is a rather fascinating little phenomenon. Also, I like how you always just, like, sleep right on the cliff. Also, you can't apparently fall off the edge of the spark generator. Though this one will just take me down. So that, I think, is at least the third dungeon complete. I'm not sure what the next dungeon is. Like, I'm not sure where to go for the next dungeon. I'm presuming it's somewhere off to the left side, just because the last several dungeons have been over that way as well. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But hey, that was actually a surprisingly fun dungeon. The Carving Man was an interesting character, though. I think the Carving Man was more an interesting character just due to their invincibility that they have than anything. Let's just get knocked into the bottomless pit by giant, definitely not slightly freaky looking pig thing. Also, there are a lot of bones in this area. Can I shortcut through here? I kinda can. The box had an enemy in it. Honestly, I should just stop expecting this game to do anything in a quote-unquote normal way. This game really does particularly enjoy... Oh, it's a secret doorway. What's up here? I don't know who that is. I also don't have a light source. And what are the odds that there is a bottomless pit somewhere in this room? Really? Not a bottomless pit there. Luxie, good evening, or good morning? I've been here in the sewers so long, I'm not sure. I'm looking for the windy generator. If you lead me there, I can light the way. Oh, hello. I can take you there. Are you a fan of my work? No way. You're Mina. Oh my, you're famous. I can't wait to see your creation. Let's go. Interesting. Okay, so they occasionally... That definitely needs a seizure warning on it. Okay, that ability definitely needs, like, a warning. Because that is... kinda not great. Is there a way I can turn that to be a little bit less flashing? I don't see one. I don't see a way to make that a little bit less of a flash. Because that is a fairly not great thing. Okay, that also sends me back to the start of the room every single time. Okay, I can get... Oh, they knock me back is what's going on there. Got it. Oh, I can go up from here. Because, like, I can't see where I'm going very well. And the thing that lets me see where I'm going is a, like, exceptionally bright flash. Okay, that, I think, is my first... Though I do suppose that is my first actual complaint with the game, is just how bright of a flash that actually is. Okay, please. Okay. I know where I need to go, I just am having a hard time actually getting the timing right there. There we go. I'm guessing I need to jump up and then left somewhere. I think that's a moving platform. I think that's a moving platform. This room is weird, though. Okay, so that is definitely a moving platform that I need to be on. And I'm gonna get knocked right off of it. Because I'm getting kind of low on health. I'm getting kind of low on health / healing going through this room as well. Which is not great. Oh, can I prevent their knockback by being in the ground? Probably. No. I'm gonna run out of health and get sent all the way back to the spark generator, aren't I? I at least know where this room is now. Your dad makes food that tastes so good. Good food is always good. Okay, somehow I survived that? Okay, I got my sparks back at least. Though I would still very much appreciate a save point. Yeah, it is a shortcut that's been opened up. I would still very much appreciate just a save point for the sole fact of I have not a particularly large amount of health. Yeah, that's not a particularly large amount of health that I had there. Especially given that I now suspect I don't have... I suspect I don't have the little firefly enemy following me anymore. Okay, I do know how to at least get through this room. That does, I think, help a little bit. Okay, there are a lot of enemies. There's still a lot of enemies in this room, though, or in this area, though. Ah. It's not even that it's like a crazy amount of knockback or anything, it's just that Mina the Hollower really, really likes its bottomless pits and puts them absolutely everywhere. Yeah, this game really likes its bottomless pits. Oh wait, right. I need to go through the upper portion. I do need to be somewhat careful with my navigation. Is there another save point down below that I can get to? Ah, right. I'm just gonna burn all my healing, trying to heal when I shouldn't. I'm not sure what I think of some of the... Oh, good evening, good morning? I've been here in the sewer so long, I'm not sure. I'm looking for the windy generator. If you leave me there, I can light the way. Oh, it's the same text. Okay, so we just leave them wherever we died, apparently. I suppose that does make it a little bit less difficult to get around. Yeah, I do suppose that just leaving them anywhere we died, it does make it just a touch easier to get around. Okay, there are so many bones just hanging around this entire area. Not that I'm complaining, because I like getting upgrades, and it is getting expensive to get a couple of those upgrades. Oh, it's not that... I need to get to the right. Ah, yes. Just gonna fall straight into the bottomless pit. Oh, that's a bone. I'm guessing that's a slime. Yep. Half the crates have slimes and the other half the crates have nothing, so I'm not sure why I keep insisting on fighting the enemies or breaking... I'm not sure why I insist on breaking the crates, given that they're just full of enemies and not much else. Oh, do you not follow me? Do you not follow me down that ladder? So I'm assuming that the windy generator is somewhere up topside. Does this just take me over here? This does. Okay. That's, I suppose, sort of workable. Though I do keep constantly just running out of healing. Not even necessarily running out of healing, just running out of health constantly is the name of the game. Thank you, Mina the Hollower, for being a actually somewhat difficult game at times. Because yeah, this game definitely does not... This game does not handhold very much. It's rather... Yes, very much a good luck, you're on your own type of game, more so than a here's some hand-holding to make the game easier sort of game. I do get like 300 bones from each of the large enemies or large pig enemies I take out. Like I do get a lot of bones from a lot of these enemies, so it's not all terrible. Okay, I do need to break some of the crates to get through this area, though. I'm just trying to be a little bit smarter with which ones I do actually break, given that they or given the fact that they deal a surprising amount of damage. Ah, yes. I'm gonna run out of health against that enemy. I need to take out the giant pig-type enemy in order to... I need to take out that enemy in order to get my spark back that it took. Which is a little bit difficult when it's gonna make the ground unwalkable. Okay, there we go. Spark reobtained. I still do not want to lose my spark. Yeah, turn him into a pork chop. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be a giant pig-type enemy that's constantly attacking me, turning you into a pork chop is just good business sense. Have I already been over here? I have already been over here. Where is here? Kindlewood Farm Cross. Oh, this is the entrance. We're all the way back at the entrance of the dungeon area. Oh, fascinating. I still feel like I missed something, though. In the upper area with Lux? Lux, I think was the character's name? Up top? Ooh, I like the axe. The axe is a very good tool for however presumably not long I have it. Oh, they're just on the screen. Oh, I need to talk to them before they start following me again. They always just have the exact same dialogue, though. Because I'm suspecting I missed something up here. I'm just not entirely sure what pathway I would have missed. Because I didn't think I remembered seeing any other pathway. Because yeah, I don't see any pathways to the side, and this is where he got spat out. Oh, it's here. No, wait, that's not a pathway. That's just some money. Lux does follow me up to this room. Oh, they just wanted to... Oh, is this the windy generator? Did I take them the complete wrong direction? I took them completely the wrong direction. There it is, the windy generator. It's even more beautiful in person. Are they just gonna fly all the way up and get... I feel bad now. Okay, maybe I don't feel bad. Dark Deluxey. Oh, it's a boss fight. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That is a lot of stuff. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more careful as well, I think. Yeah, they apparent... Because the Carving Man also got zapped by the tower. Yeah, the Carving Man also got zapped by the tower when he got turned into a boss fight. Fascinating. Didn't know we had deluxe bosses. We apparently have deluxe bosses. I think I have enough... Oh yeah, I definitely have enough bone stone shards to... I think that's the enough amount that I need for... Not the sidearms upgrade. I think that'll give me enough for the defense upgrade, which is probably worth picking up. And then 7,000. So I'm not that terribly far off the next set of upgrades either. Okay, please. Please let me re-trigger the save point. Thank you, game. I'm guessing that they're just up here now. Yeah, they're just up here. Because this feels... This boss fight did feel doable. I just need to be a bit more careful. I just need to be a bit more careful with the boss fight, I think. And then keep my... Yeah, put a little bit of focus into keeping my health more full. Because this game's bosses aren't, like, insanely absurdly difficult. Yeah, like, this isn't an insanely absurdly difficult boss fight, I don't think. I just need to be... Like any other boss fight in the game, I just need to be a little bit careful. Okay, there we go. Two tries for a boss fight is entirely acceptable. I got too close to it. I'm weak. That plasma vial. Would you be so kind? I mean, I can use the plasma vial, and I'm assuming... Ooh, spark container. Increases max sparks, giving more chances. 3 sparks is actually kind of useful. Wow! Thank you for bringing me to the generator, and for healing me too. All this energy, it's almost too much to contain. But also the fact that every time they get zapped by the electricity, they turn, at least temporarily turn evil, is rather fascinating. Honestly, I'm just going to upgrade my defense again, second time also. Hold on, I want to walk over to the side. That will put me up to... I think the right amount, 7,300. Yeah, 7,300 for the next defense upgrade. I want the bones to just fly out of the little bone compressor there. Oh wait, I need another 1,000. I definitely have enough bonestone shards. Or 1,100. Yeah, I definitely have enough bonestone shards to get the defense upgrade. I just need to actually go to the correct number. Yeah, having a lot of just both defense for defending myself and the ability to deal a good chunk of damage does help. I still don't know what the actual, like, damage numbers that this game uses are. Like, what they're relative to. Because I don't see a lot of these enemies... Yeah, I don't see a lot of the enemies, like, having damage text or whatnot. So it's a lot more of just me estimating, but I do know that damage upgrades mean I deal a lot more damage per their health bars. On whatever scale they're on. I think this is probably the first of the optional bosses I've actually defeated in the game as well. I think that is the first of the optional bosses that I've fought. Does that mean that some of the other, like, NPCs that wanted me to take them someplace are probably going to try to fight me as well? It probably does, doesn't it? That's a little bit unfortunate. Though I do suppose that we did clear the dungeon. We got... I don't know why I just broke those boxes. I'm not sure why I keep fighting some of these enemies. I should heal before I fight the giant pig thing of doom. So they give me a lot of bones. They still give me a lot of bones. What was I even getting hit by there? Oh gosh. I already got the button there. I can heal. The number one thing is always to just keep my health above 0. Because I can probably run back to the town. I think I need to check the newspaper. Yeah, I could farm bones off the enemy, but I'm not entirely sure how useful that would actually be, because the next area is going to give me just as many bones. Teacher, you brought them all home. I was so afraid I'd lost them. Please, take this lightning grip. Calls down a damaging lightning bolt when attacking after healing. occasionally on hit. Interesting. So we did get something for saving all the children from the boss fight as well. That bush, I think, is where the leaf was. Though I don't see a surviving leaf there anymore, at least. So they're probably not that big of a deal. Okay. Next newspaper article. Nibber's Times. Bones shift beneath the tides. Secrets stir and surface as treasure hunters flock to Bone Beach. Because that's the hint on where do I need to go next, is Bone Beach. September stalker carved down to size. Carving man is no more. Thorn. Radical or ruinous? What a wild card. Is Thorn gone too far or just far enough? Train passes available. Deposit bones, ride the train for life. That would probably be worth getting at some point. New trinkets available. Shopkeeper Susan calls for adventurers to browse. Then sailor seeking companion. Love is blind and so am I. We are at only 47 deaths so far. It feels like a lot more. It feels like a lot more deaths that I've had this game. I don't know how many... Okay, it's about... That looks like, what, about 15,000 bones? Does that look more like a 10% or a 5... Or like a 5% mark? Maybe it's only 10,000 bones. Okay, that's actually a lot cheaper than I thought it would be for the train. Because I would very much appreciate getting the train unlocked at some point in time. If for no other reason, then that would be an actual shortcut for once. I do need to figure out... I do want to go figure out how to get up to those things up top side. These are new enemies, though. Because I do not remember this enemy type being in this area before. Actually, I don't even remember this area from before. Fascinating. I don't think I can... Because I can't burrow in the ground to get past a lot of those platforms, at least directly. And I don't think I can go up. Yeah, I can't go up. I might be able to, like, jump off? No. Game is not always entirely, non-confusing with how it goes. Oh, cop. Folks only talk of hollowers, but my book says wallowers could cross walls like this one right here. How indulgent. That would be helpful to be able to cross walls. Because I cannot... I can't make it up there. Is there an ability that I haven't unlocked yet? I can't go to the left. And I just don't have enough money to ride the train. So if I can figure out how to ride the train, that would be useful. Where am I going? Oh, there's an entire building here. This game is so full of secrets. Abbott, I wish he'd take more plasma vials, but he swears they're no good for him. Can you do anything? Presumably not. Granted, the guy also turned into a tomato. Look at me. I'm nearly a tomato now. Guess I'll just let the spark finish what it started. Yeah, the fact that the spark generator is also capable of turning people into a potato, or not a potato, a tomato, is mildly concerning. Last I checked, being a tomato is not good for your health. I am Gordon. I've got a taste for anything that crosses my path. What are you tasting at this moment, Gordon? It tastes like normal old ground under me. Wish I had something spicy like bile or acid. Some of these characters are interesting. Overgrowth. Because it would be helpful for me to have the train unlocked at some point. Something so weird and unsettling about the shop. I know what it is. They don't sell eggs. It's also the Mimic House. These deals are tasty indeed here at the Madhouse. I really should buy the keys that I come across. Sidearms deal more damage. Blocks one hit from lightning attacks and breaks, recharge us for a few seconds, and then Trail of Ooze. I'm gonna buy the key. Or sorry, the keyer. I constantly am gonna call them keys because they look like a key and not like a whatever they are. It's like, because I don't have the train unlocked, I have to like walk through so many of these areas entirely by hand. It's a little, it's not terrible, but it is time consuming. It is just time consuming to have to constantly just walk through this many areas manually. So the more, I think my next main goal for upgrades is actually going to be specifically to get the train unlocked, as opposed to just only trying to get like normal upgrades. Blasphemous 2 is the best of the two Blasphemus. One is more for story, but you won't say it's bad. That is what I've heard, is that the first game is a little bit janky at times. Not that I terribly mind a slightly, or even very janky game. Okay, because I can get a lot of bones if I'm just like paying a little bit of attention. I'm just trying to run down towards where I think Bone Beach is located. Those enemies are actually kind of weak now that I have all the health. Yeah, those are actually kind of a weak enemy now. In North September, road temporarily closed due to insurrection. Sorry for the inconvenience. I should find a save point. I just looked at my health and realized my health is not very high anymore. Yeah, my health is a little bit on the low side. Particularly given I need to actually make it quite a ways, I think, before I get... Yeah, where is the next save point? I think it's all the way at the, like, bottom of this whole area. Which is a little bit unfortunate for my survival rate. Thank you, enemy, for not actually making me fight you, though. Because, yeah, it is actually a ways to the save point. With new updated blasters, so you can finally use skins. So, yeah, these enemies at least aren't terribly strong. Yeah, the enemy just, like, decided that... Okay, yep, they just decided they didn't want to have to fight me. Because I'm clearly way too powerful for them. I am basically just beelining it directly to the nearest save point I'm aware of, though. Which is the one in the city. Because the city also has a... Actually, the city has a couple of save points. But the city does have a train station as well, which is why it would have been very nice to be able to unlock the train station. I don't remember what most of these shops are, though. Trinket Bazaar. That was the creepy shop. But yeah, this is another train... There's another train station around here somewhere. I think it was down... No, it wasn't down here. This is... I do remember there being a train station somewhere around here. Oh, it was this building. Or at least this was the station underside. There was a train station somewhere in the town. I do remember that much. And just having fast travel would come in. Is going to come in presumably quite handy at some point, so it's probably worth... It's probably worth the effort it'll take to unlock it. Oh, it's Lionel. What a relief to see you. And to see the lights returning, shining bright again. You are truly one of a kind, my friend. But you'll need more equipment to carry on. Take some bones and shop around. I won't see you go unprepared. The fact that he just, like, tosses me 300 bones. Alphys? Not sure the context of that. Stop chasing me. You just want to steal my money. Okay, there we go. Now we actually finally took him down. Ouch. I wasn't gonna rob you. Honest. I'd never debone anybody. Stop. Before there's nothing left of me. No, I'm gonna make sure there's nothing left of you with how much of my money you kept taking. From Undertale? I haven't played Undertale, actually. I want to at some point, though it might not be on stream. Just leave me alone. You already took everything I have. No, you kept stealing my money. You don't get to just hide. If you just take all my money, you don't get to play the hiding game. Okay, I think this one actually takes me all the way up to the station. I'm just gonna put all my bones into the station every time I see one. Actually, I'm gonna turn. I think I actually want to turn all my bone dust into bones also, because I don't really need... Actually, I don't have that much. Yeah, I don't actually have that much many bones. This will be about 2,000, which I'm figuring is going to be about 10%-ish of what the station wants me to have in order to unlock it fully. And then I need to find the way to Bone Beach. Which, to be fair, Bone Beach sounds like it probably has a lot of bones. Yeah, that looks like about 20%-ish. 2,000 bones, about 20%-ish. Bone Beach, I'm guessing, is to the south. I remember I've seen a sign for it somewhere. I just don't remember where it was. East, Queenberg's Crypt. West, Knox's Bayou. South Bone Beach. Yeah, the greedy things. To be fair, they did have their entire train car get stolen from them. Is why they need to buy a new one. So I suppose it is at least a little bit on the fair side. Okay, that up to the top right is an area I haven't been. I don't know if I can easily get there, though. I don't know if I can easily get up here, though. Okay, let me... As I go through this area, I should make sure I just clear out any enemies I come across. I don't think I've made it to that upper section, or if I have made it to that upper section, it wasn't while being aware of the area. Yeah, that is a very expensive train path, or train. Though it does sound like if I help them repair their train, they will help me by giving me a free lifetime train pass. Which I suppose is probably only fair if you basically purchase the entire train for the train company. The least they could do is let you ride on the train as much as you could possibly want. Right, these bouncing platforms are... They're not terrible, but they are a little bit awkward at times. These bouncing platforms are just a little bit on the awkward side at times to actually get there. I'm trying to use this to get up top side. It would help if I also actually hit the jump button. Because, like, they're not really designed, I think, for using a controller with, like, an analog stick instead of just only the D-pad. Is kind of the thing I've noticed. I am probably going to need to swap out for the... I am going to probably want to swap out for the umbrella for this area, because I know that the umbrella lets me cross 3-block wide gap. Hold on, what did I just do there? How did I move? Did I move that? That looks like it was... I seem to remember that being over on the left side, not all the way here on the right. Because this puts me closer to where I want to be, at least. So I see you have 26 and 27 lives. I don't know where you're seeing that. But this is not the exit I want. Because I want to make it down there, I think. Is there another exit from this area? There is. How do I get there, though? Yeah, how do I get down to that other exit? Because if I can make it there, that will presumably open up the pathway to Bone Beach? Maybe? But also, because this game doesn't necessarily always do the best job of showing me how to get places. Kind of just makes me wander around. Oh, future date for the live. Oh yeah. I typically do 2 or 3, or I try to do at least 3 streams a week as often as my computer actually allows me to do that. Which is sometimes questionably often. Hopefully I actually am able to do all the streams I scheduled now that I have a new computer that's not actively breaking on me. Yeah, I just don't see a way down to Bone Beach from here. Which, not terribly concerning. Because sometimes the game does put a secret pathway, or I guess less of a secret pathway, but sometimes the game does hide the pathways just in weird spots. But about my only guide is that the sign here says Bone Beach South, and that the newspaper says stuff is happening at Bone Beach with apparently treasure hunters. But that topmost message always is the area that the game's expecting me to go to next. Because from what I've heard, you can do dungeons in any order in this game, but that there's definitely a suggested pathway. Okay, there is a pathway here that wants a... Oh, I haven't been here before. Yeah, I haven't been into this area before. It does help that I have a... Yeah, from what you're seeing here. It does help that I have an absolutely absurd amount of healing. Because this is definitely a new room, and losing one of my heals to get into this area is not nearly as terrible now as it would have been, like, earlier on in the game, and I deal a rather large pile of damage as well. So I think that getting through this area is a lot more straightforward for me now than it would have been, like, earlier in the playthrough. I do wonder what I'm going to get for actually clearing this room, though. Yeah, I need to go to the southern outskirts. Yeah, I figure going to be somewhere down there. I just need to figure out where. Okay, because I can... okay, I can't actually make it through there. Who are you? Rain. Oh, I'm in real bad shape. Do you think you could heal me with one of your vials? I suppose? Hopefully that's worth it. Ah, Mina, my hero. I thought I was a goner. Let's get out of here. My name's Rain. Rhymes with clean. But I feel more like cleaning some clocks right now. Let's go. Also, I like how it heals both me and them when I use it. Okay. Hey, what about me? Oh, you just want to... Can you... What sorts of gap size can you jump over? You can jump over a 1 size gap. Interesting. Okay, this... Because these enemies are always, like, a little bit... Just a little bit... Or these NPCs are always a little bit weird with... where they can actually go? Okay, I need to not have them take out my friend that I'm trying to save. Hi, are you gonna stop just running around like crazy and actually do something useful? Or do I just get to go on ahead? Because yeah, you're just gonna keep saying, what about me? I'm slightly regretting talking to them at this point, because now they're gonna make me drag them through the entire area. Though I suppose I can go through the area in reverse and just clear out a whole lot of enemies, because they're just running around like crazy. There we go. They're at least no longer running around like crazy. They seem to like to do that. Is there... Please give me another healing vial. I would very much like more healing. Really? Are you going to be so heavily unintelligent that you're just not going to know how to follow me? What are you even throwing out? 'Cause, like, it's not that difficult for me to get through this room. I do suppose it's an interesting little puzzle to have to bring this enemy that can only, or this NPC that can only jump one tile at a time through an entire fairly large room. Or fairly large, like, it's not dungeon size, but it is large. Or it is like a sizable area. I like how they just constantly throw out just random junk. I suppose for somebody whose name rhymes with clean, that does make sense. Wow, Rain, your quick broom work really helped out back there. Sorry you got, swept up in all of this? Thanks, Thorn said if a hollower... Or thanks, Thorn said if a hollower touched the generators, it'd cause a disaster. So they held me prisoner. Interesting. I can't even fix the towers, but maybe I can help out, or help at the Hollowers Guild Hall in Essex. I'll meet you there. Yeah, Japan, they went from cool samurai era to Hiroshima to now femboy. Not sure how to take that message. I mean, you're not... You're kind of wrong, but also kind of not. I'm guessing that that's probably the last building that I hadn't opened up here. No, it's not. I don't know where the Hollowers Hall is. Ponty's Exchange, bringing your unwanted good. We pay top bone. I'm really not sure what the Hollowers Hall is. But we did at least open up a new pathway. And free, or at least easy healing. I think I move faster when I'm actually digging into the ground. Yeah, Because I move pretty fast when I'm like digging around, which I think does help. Okay, come on. They just want to hit me with laser beams still. Ah, yes. An enemy in a terribly not terribly convenient spot. Because Bone Beach is definitely down somewhere to the south. Okay, that's just the building we came out of. Because about all I know is that Bone Beach is south. Somewhere, presumably. Also, that is a very long staircase, given I'm jumping off of multiple ledges to get back down. Or given I have to jump off multiple ledges to get back down. That makes for a very long staircase. Okay, 1, 2, jump over here. Because I know there's a beach all the way down here, but I don't think it's Bone Beach. Yeah, that's Loner's Landing. Which is like I think this is the very first area of the game. Yeah, this was the very first area of the game. I just need to, but this is also like the only thing that's actually like south of the sign that told me where to go. The lack of a world map does not make this game any easier. Because there's a distinct lack of a world map. It really does feel like it's like Bone Beach is probably has something to do with that pathway. I'm just not sure how. Like, I could run all the way down through Bone Beach and see if I spot something that I've missed as a pathway, but I don't think there's anything down there. Like, further down than here. I suspect I would have seen it by now. If there was stuff even further down, I feel like I would have seen it at this point. 'Cause I don't... But the thing is, I don't. Okay, this is at least a fairly straightforward area to get through. But there are more... Are there more enemies here than I remember? There's definitely more enemies here than I remember, but I'm not sure if I'm just remembering wrong. I'm not sure if I'm remembering wrong or if there are actually more and different types of enemies down here than what I remember there being. Though also, a lot of these enemies are weak because this was like Area 1. Yeah, Blighted Docks feels like I'm going way too far out of my way. Yeah, this really does feel like I'm just going way too far out of my way and that this is maybe not the pathway to Bone Beach. But it's not like the game told me where Bone Beach is other than a sign that said south. And this is the southernmost point I can think of. Is all the way down here. There's definitely a non-zero percentage of my time in this game that's spent just lost trying to navigate. So, yeah, these enemies are not particularly dangerous. I say that, but I'm not going to probably lose to one of them randomly at some point. So yeah, this... At least it's fast for me to retraverse areas I've beaten before. Yeah, that was the tutorial for how to burrow. Was that rock. Because this game does a pretty good job of teaching you how it's put together, or how everything's put together, solely by forcing you to actually solve problems as you go. I don't want to use that save point. Yeah, this is the southernmost point of the entire map. Everyone else is gone. Yeah, this is the southernmost point that I know how to get to, at least. And this is not terribly helpful. Yeah, this is not a terribly helpful little area up here, or down here. Oh, this does put me into a... Yeah, it just bounces me back over to the side. Hey, thanks for dropping by the stream. I just get to play the game of where's progress, because... Yeah, thanks for dropping by the stream. Yeah, I just get to play the game of where's progress, because this game doesn't really make it super obvious at times what the way forward actually is. Because it's like, yay, south. Bone Beach, south. Go to Bone Beach. I've done a pretty good job of, or at least I think I've done a pretty good job of at least somewhat thoroughly exploring the southern direction. And I have yet to... actually find things. Oh, that's interesting. I did not realize I could actually move these by burrowing under them. I don't know if that actually helps me at all. I don't know if that realization helps me at all. But does that let me get elsewhere in this room? Okay, I think I may have actually just figured out how to get to the next area. I should make sure I'm paying attention to how much health I didn't say how much health I have, but it's really how much health I don't have. Because I do not have a... Yeah, I don't have a massive pile of health. Because I think I can probably launch that down. I'm not sure if this is helpful or not. I'm not sure if this is going to be helpful or not. To have this bounce pad down at the bottom? Maybe less helpful than I thought to put it at the bottom there. So I think I can probably move it... Can I move it left? Yeah, if I can move the bounce pad left, I think I can use it to then... it respawns back in the center occasionally. Got it. I was like, what's it flashing at there? Because I suspect I can then use it here. Oh no, it blinks and vanishes if it's not on solid ground. I'm not sure if that realization... It's another realization I'm not sure if it actually helps me or not. I can't make it over there. Yeah, I can't make it over there. I'm definitely just missing something about how the mechanics of this area work. Which is not entirely surprising to me. I feel like I need to go left. Yeah, this room feels like it's the one I need to take. Because there's the exit way off to the side that will let me go from this room. Also, I don't think I can jump. I don't think I can jump over that particular rock. And I'm guessing I probably can't actually make it around either. I'm guessing I can't make it around... Yeah, I'm guessing I can't make it around the rock either, so I'm gonna try to launch... Because if I can make it to that platform over to the side... This is... Okay, this is further through the room than I think I've ever made it before. For... whatever that winds up being worth. Because, yeah, I haven't been down here yet. I'm not sure that was a great idea to bounce all the way down, though. I think the easiest pathway for me to consistently get this located into the right spot is to kind of move it around. Okay, I actually sent that too far up. I then need to send it... Yeah, I then need to launch it to the left. Which is... unfortunate because that does send it off the platform. I want to make it to that platform bottom left. I think. Oh, I have the umbrella. I did not mean to use my heel there. I meant to pull out the umbrella. Because, yeah, if I pull out the umbrella, I think that'll let me get over, potentially. Okay, that does let me get over here. That is... something new, at least. I am very low on health, though. Just from having to try... or just from trying to figure out how to get down here. This does feel like the correct way to go, though. So that is a lot of health that I'm short. And I'm now out of healing. Being out of healing is not terribly convenient. That gives me more jewels for the jewel box. I'm not sure if that's actually helpful or not. Can I go up from from the spinning platform? Is up a valid direction? Can't tell if it is. There's also a treasure chest over here that I very much want. It would probably help if I actually used the glide ability of the umbrella. Because now I can glide here. Then I think I can send... this bounce platform, like, to around here-ish. And then maybe not. Actually, maybe not. Because even getting back down to the section is a little bit... even getting back down to this section's not the safest thing ever. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate spot to run out of health also. At least I have a lot... I mean, at least I will say I have a lot of sparks I can use. And I do at least know the mechanic now. Yeah, I do at least know how to move those platforms, so that I suspect is helpful. And there is a consistent spot to... Yeah, there is also the consistent spot to get the healing... Well, not the healing from, the umbrella from. Because I can just run through this area, go down, pick up the umbrella that I know spawns below, and then run back up. Because there's an umbrella off the bottom side of the platforms. And those bottom side of the platforms are not the easiest spot to get to either. Nowhere in this area is what I'd consider easy to get to. Okay, 1, 2. I definitely need to be careful. Because that enemy is going to fly in and is going to, yep, knock me off the platform again. Half the difficulty is just that the jump pads and the platform, or in the enemies, are just make things inconsistent. More so than them actually being difficult. Like the semi-random enemy spawns, and then the jump platforms being very picky about my directional inputs. Either way, though, there is an umbrella down here. Which should let me get somewhere. Because I can bounce, bounce, bounce. I can then... You did not get launched nearly far enough. Because I can then send this down. I can then send it to the right. I can then send it to the right. And then I need to send it up. I need to send it up. And then I need to send it to the left. And I need to jump on it with the correct timing to bounce off that one. Okay, that at least gives me my spark back. Can I bounce up top? I can. Being able to bounce up to the top. Okay, I can probably bounce up top on the other side also, to the right. That might be a little bit of a funky spot to jump. Okay, that doesn't get me progress, though. It gives me a lot of bones, but that's not progress. Was there something down off the south side? And there was something down here. Yeah, where is the... That really is the question, is... Where is the pathway to Bone Beach? Because it feels like it's somewhere through this section of the game. But maybe I'm wrong. Because, like, this isn't a terribly difficult spot to get to. Yeah, this is not a terribly difficult spot to make it to. And this is not the... Yeah, that's at least also not a super terribly dangerous enemy type. I say that as they almost took me out from me not paying attention to how much health I have, but... It is what it is. Okay, that does give me this treasure chest, at least. It's only a couple... It's just a couple of 100 bonestone shards. I suppose a couple of 100 bonestone shards is probably worthwhile as well. Okay, I think I can bounce that way to get to the central platform at least. Yeah, I'm missing a mechanic. I'm missing something that the game's been trying to teach me that I just never picked up on. Or at least, if I picked up on it, I learned the wrong lesson from part of this game. Okay, I needed to hold left a little bit longer. Or, sorry, I need to hold right a little bit longer. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Slowly making it around. This part of the jump platforms is a lot more difficult for me than it should be, I suspect. Because it's not that difficult to make those jump platforms. They're just in a slightly weird spot. Oh, can I somehow use that jump pad to get up? I think I know what mechanic I think I know what I've been missing. So that'll let me get up here. And that'll get me up top. But then the other thing I can do is I can send this flying over to the left. And then I can send it down. That might get me to Bone Beach. That at least gets me to a new area. And a shortcut. Critically important, the shortcut. Yeah, the shortcut is always critically important to unlock. That is not the most obvious mechanic I've ever seen. But given that I think this is the direction of Bone Beach, I think we're at least actually making it there now. That's gonna take 2 of my heals to get through that to get through that doorway. I think I want to find the next save point. I think I want to find a save point first. Oh, that is probably the way to Bone Beach, though. Poppet. Come closer, puppet. Be a doll. Buy all my wares, won't you? Harry and the Wisp. Press X while airborne to float and extend your fall. I want that. And then I just have a general rule about buying any cures that I come across. Thanks. 2 more stalls awake. Oh wait, seek me out? I'll pull you back in for more. They're still a little bit freaky. And they're still a slightly creepy looking at, or a slightly creepy enemy there. Though I do have the shortcut open now. Or at least presumably have the shortcut open. I'm gonna go refill my healing before I go try to go through the next area. I also have a decent number of bones that I could put towards the train. Yeah, I could put some of those bones towards the train. That might be a good idea at some point. Just actually unlock more of the train. Okay, the birds are not... Yeah, most of these enemies aren't terrible. A lot of it is just that. I now have to go through Mining Passage, which will take multiple of my health. It's also a lot of... Maybe I should have equipped that relic. Because navigating this room is gonna be a little bit tricky, I think. Because thank you, invisible platforms. Okay. Yeah, the fact that the platforms on the ground are... I don't know which ones are safe and which ones aren't. That is... You've returned. Welcome back. We have at least started making some level of progress. Though now I have invisible platforming. Or semi-invisible platforming. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think of this part of the area. Okay, there's a hole in the middle of that platform. Okay, there's a hole there. Yeah, one platform at a time. I suppose if I walk through this room very slowly, Mina will show me when I'm next to a bottomless pit. But I have to be, like, very, very careful and slow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the platform, the bottomless pits in this room make it just a little bit tricky to actually get around. Okay, at least I didn't get knocked into a bottomless pit that time. Okay, I found the bottomless pit. And I'm so low on health. Because this is definitely the correct path forward, I think this is the correct path forward. Because I'm suspecting that this leads to Bone Beach. Because it is the tunnel that I wanted to be able to take earlier. But it's also definitely a non-zero amount of just being in a somewhat tricky situation. Because lots of bottomless, and so many bottomless pits with no clear way forward. Oh, the fact that it doesn't respawn the bone dust. Oh no. That makes my life difficult. Yeah, that makes my life rather difficult. Okay, I'm gonna take out that enemy just so I don't have to deal with it later. Come on. I know that there's platforms along this side. I don't know which direction the bottomless platforms are. Ah, why do I not always see? Oh yeah, because if I'm like right on the edge of the bottomless platforms, it's hard for me to... It's hard for me to know where the gaps are. I do know for a fact that there are just random holes in the floor. Which I think that's how I get through that room, at least. We have more health. Do I just ignore the enemy and try to just hit the button? I think that's the strategy. Oh, but then they put me back at the button. Yeah, this area has some rather... Fanfall, shifted sands. This is not the area I was trying to get to. Weaver, the bone miners took over my land and kicked me out. Now I live here. This is definitely not the area I thought I was trying to go to. Hi. It's time to give that brain a poke. I'm Clumpy D and here's my joke. Is this going to be better than the last one? What will you become if you are stuck in the underlab too long in the sifted sands? A sand angel. Honk. Are my jokes suffocating you? I wouldn't want to erode your patience. Of course. And here you thought you'd kick my rear, but you were gentle. Have this, dear, and don't get sentimental. Until next time, try not to die. And do keep laughing, lest you cry. Clumpy D is an interesting little character. Also, this is definitely not Bone Beach. I only need 100 bones to keep my fire burning. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna be terrible. Coachman. Scary how intensely the sands have been shifting lately. Still, I can trot quickly when I'm hauling a bomb. Interesting. I'm not sure I'm necessarily... Yeah, I feel like I skipped the Bone Sands area and came straight to... or the Bone Beach area and came straight to a somewhat more difficult section. Okay, that is... What's the fuse length? The fuse length is actually kind of long on those. It's not... Or at least it's not terrible. I don't know where I'm trying to go, though. But this is definitely... This is at least a new area. For... whatever it's worth. Honestly, skipping a dungeon might explain why this area was, like... more difficult than expected to actually make it into. Yeah, that could explain the difficulty spike. Is the fact that I think I went from the... I may have gone from the area with Dungeon 2? Or sorry, area from Dungeon 3 to Dungeon 5. Which is slightly unfortunate. I don't know if that's actually going to go anywhere useful. Not immediately, at least. I'm going to give... I think I can use that to blow up the mine, or to make the minecarts explode. Is I think the mechanic here. Yeah, I think this is the mechanic. Bone up. I don't want to upgrade. Oh, that is not a item. Or at least that is not a friendly thing. That is an actual fairly strong at that enemy. Ah. And there goes all my health. Of course, the enemy also gets to hold on to my spark. One thing I did want to do was I wanted to swap around some of my trinkets. I really don't need that trinket. I do... I want the... There was one that makes me float a little bit more. I want that one. Yeah, I want... The spark catcher might be helpful. Actually, pit preserver might also be helpful. Just due to how often I keep falling into bottomless pits. All over the game, really. Not even just like this area. It's just a running theme for the entire game. For me to constantly fall into various places with spikes. Does that keep... Or does the pathway stay open? The pathway does stay open after I explode it. Or after I get through it once. Though also, this enemy being this powerful is kinda concerning. Because, like, I also can't do much with the fact that I'm standing on the sand. There goes all my health again. I at least know where the enemy is. Yeah, I do at least know where the enemy that's giving me the problems is. Actually, I think I can only hold 2 of my sparks. I think I can only hold 2 sparks. Which means that the fact that I have 3 sparks, I suspect prevents... I should get away from the explosive before it explodes. Ah. Because, yeah, I want... I don't get much chance to heal against this enemy type either. Maybe I don't... Maybe I just don't make the bone thing notice me. Is it gonna note... It really does not like me. So I need to defeat it if I want to get my sparks back from it. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the big problem here, is that this enemy is significantly stronger than I am. Because I'm betting there goes another spark. Yep. Actually, it does keep the sparks there. The fact that this just common enemy is stronger than most bosses I've faced does not give me confidence for my long-term ability to actually clear this particular area, at least. Yeah, the fact that there's an enemy strong enough to be more of a threat to me than the actual bosses is concerning. Like, exceptionally concerning. I mean, there is no dodge mechanic that at least that I'm aware of. There is no dodge mechanic I'm aware of. And this enemy also has, like, legitimately has a pretty high, or pretty large amount of health. And also makes it very hard for me to heal. Because I need to take out this enemy in order to get my sparks back. Because, like, I can go into the sand, but that also... Like, there's a pretty significant delay on being able to dodge using the burrow ability. Because I have to jump... I don't burrow until I've jumped up first. Also, the fact that my third spark is now just sitting there because I technically died to the pit and not the boss is somewhat problematic. Okay, I think I have a method. I think if I just keep running in circles around this enemy, I will survive. Okay, there we go. That actually gave me it's actually a surprising number of bones. Yeah, that enemy actually gave me a surprisingly large number of, or a surprisingly large amount of money. I suppose it does still count as dodging. Yeah, I suppose you're probably right there. Okay, I at least have my spark. I have my sparks back. Okay, 1, 2, take out the enemies. This area really is, like, significantly higher level than... Or I think this area is a fair bit higher level than I am. It's like, I know approximately where the game wants me to go. But knowing where the game wants you to go, and then knowing how to actually get there or being able to actually get there are two very different things. That is... Okay, that's good to know that I can't throw the can't throw stuff over. Ah. I need to dodge... Do I need to dodge the spike? I think I need to dodge the spikes and then run up. That was close. That was close. I just needed to not have it get clipped on that one rock. Ah. Yeah, this is more difficult than I think it should be. And I think that's probably my fault. Yeah, I think it being more difficult than it needs to be is probably my fault. Though this isn't the easiest. I do suppose that I am in a spot where if I lose my sparks... Did that miss the Did I not even get it onto the platform there? Because I need to run this way. Okay, that is on a platform. Will that make it? That did not get to the minecarts. Because it's like, I have to get the timing Oh, I can jump with the... I can jump with them. Okay. I think that makes my life a tiny bit easier. Yeah, the fact that I can jump... Ah, yeah. This should not be this difficult. 1, 2, 3. Please have the right timing. There we go. I don't know if that actually helps me at all. Yeah, I don't think that actually helps me at all. Okay, I do at least know how to defeat this type of enemy, because that enemy I just need to jump on. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm doing these areas slightly out of order. Because it really does feel like this is supposed to be not Dungeon 4, but I think this is Dungeon 5. Or at the very least, the direction towards Dungeon 5. I'll take turning that into bone shards, given how low on health I keep winding up in this area. Yes, turns out skipping an entire dungeon is... Or at least makes things a little bit more difficult. Or presumably skipping an entire dungeon makes things a little bit more difficult. Okay, I need to get... I think I need to carry this one with me up here? There we go. Though the fact that I'm even surviving this area does feel... or is pretty nice. It's just not an easy area. Okay, I looped back around. Yeah, I definitely just looped back around here. I'm gonna take out those mine carts just so that I don't have to deal with them later. And some free money. That might actually get me the train. Finding the train station, I think, would also solve my problems at this point. Or at least finding the train station and a spot or in a save point near the train station to convert a number of my bones back in from bone flakes into actual bones to deposit them at the train station, because that would give me a shortcut at least. Because I'm still not entirely... Also, yeah, the Pit Preserver was definitely a good item to put on. Or to pick up. Or... Relic? They're not relics. It's a good thing to equip. Because, yeah, just being able to bounce up and take a bit less damage is nice. I'm still not sure where the game wants me to go from here. Because I don't see anything obvious that way. I suppose I can try taking... Yeah, I suppose I can try taking that explosive down? Because I think I can get this one... Okay, I can't get it through there. Can I take it off? I can't throw it down there either. So I need something in one of these sections. Oh, I see a tunnel. Seeing a tunnel is at least worth... Ah, there goes all my health. I saw a tunnel there. Yeah, I saw a tunnel there. I think that might be at least... That's at least a pathway that I haven't taken yet. And it's actually fairly easy. It's actually a fairly easy spot to get to. Which is greatly appreciated when the game puts things in a spot that I can make it to without too much difficulty. Oh, that's how that ability works. Okay. I can't make it in there, though. I can't make it in. Because there's spikes there. But I at least now know how the extra hover ability works. Is there anything off to the right side? Okay. Oh, I see a line of minecarts off to the right. That, at least to me, implies that there is something up here. Okay, if I can set off these minecarts, I think it'll open the pathway into that area for me. Which means I think I need to go up top? Oh gosh, that is a tricky little area to navigate. Creek and Roy. Used to be quiet folk out here. Now it's all noise and explosions. Miners took over the sandfalls like they own it. Fortunes ran dry here, so folks moved on to Bone Beach. But not me. I'm staying. Oh, it's a... Not sure what it is, but we can pet it. We can pet the mystery creature. Oh, maybe this guy? Oh, maybe this is... Maybe this is the way to Bone Beach. Through the shifting sands. I'm not entirely confident in that theory, though. I'm definitely far from confident in that theory. But that could make some level of sense. Okay, I need to get the... Which one do I want to bring? I think I might want to bring this one with me. Because this explosive feels like it's closer by. But I also need to stop just jumping straight into spikes. Because turns out jumping straight into a bunch of spikes is bad for your long-term survival rate. Okay, if I have the timing right there, that is... I definitely have enough time. I definitely have enough time to make it up. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit jankier than I would have liked that to be. I'm not sure if that was the intended methodology, or if that's just the one I went with. But either way, Either way, that does keep me, or at least give me access to more areas. Yeah, it is progress. Though, of course, all the enemies now respawn just because I went back to... Was that a Kier door? I think there was a door that I could use a Kier to open. Oh, I see a save point up there. That might also... I know how to get there also. I know how to open up that save point. Because I can jump down from here. I can jump down from here, take out that enemy, and then I can jump over to the side. Okay, we are definitely getting... Yeah, we are definitely making progress. I don't remember what this sidearm ability is supposed to be. No, that's... Oh, wait, that's not a save point. That is a... Throw point to the ring dive parlor. What is this? Who are you? Oh, you're a ringmaster. Step forward, lucky sand wanderer. Think you can keep up with my dazzling rings? 100 bones is the price. Will you dive in? Sure. Aha! The stage is set. Dare to dive and make your mark upon the sand. Okay. Oh, I see what this is. It's a little mini-game. Can I ignore a couple? I can't ignore a couple of them. I don't know what a good score... I don't know what a good score for this mini-game is. Oh, I can pop out of the rings either direction. Interesting. 540 points. Ha! Stumble most spectacular. Do try again. Okay, I just wasted 100 bones on that. Definitely not the first time that's happened. But hey, I opened up the pathway that I was trying to. Because the pathway I was really trying to get into was whatever leads this way. Because this feels like... Oh, there's another set of minecarts I still have to break open, isn't there? Okay, I need to figure out this line of minecarts now as well. Which means I need to get something here? I already cleared a lot of the right side. I just apparently missed the last required little section. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, my health is actually really low right there. That is concerning. Because I can't get this one down from up top. I need to bring something... I think I need to bring it in from the right. Oh, I do need to bring this one in from the top. I just need to bring it in this way. Okay, there we go. That was more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I thought that was going to be like a significantly more complex, or a significantly more complicated way to get up. But the fact that it costs three health vials for me to make it into this room is concerning. Because my understanding, and the fact that they're putting up spikes behind me, that implies there's a... That implies a boss fight. Major, minor. Okay, this is indeed a boss fight that I went into with less health than I would have liked. Yeah, I definitely went into this boss fight with less healing than I would have liked, because I... Not even just the -3 that I had. Did one of them just fall into the arena? One of them did really just fall into the arena there. Oh, he's healing. That's not fair. Yeah, that's just not fair. Yeah, the fact that the boss just healed on me is... It feels just a little bit... just a little bit on the unfair side. Though, it is a fair... I don't know why I went between the easy and a difficult way to get up here. I'm not sure why I picked the difficult way. So I do have twice as much... or twice as many heal flasks now. Still not sure what I'm still not sure what I think of the fact that it takes away a lot of my healing to come in to even attempt this boss fight. That is something that I've noticed that this game likes to do at times. Okay, I'm gonna heal again while he does weird spinny things. Stop eating your minor friend, or stop eating your friends. Because he keeps eating his friends and healing. Which does not make this a particularly easy boss fight. Can I just damage tank a little bit to get his health down faster? There we go. That technically works. That felt more than a little bit janky. Mr. Fergus, Master Lionel, forgive me. I'm of no use. Leave me here to weather in disgrace. Shh. Think nothing of it, old chum. You'll make it through. Quickly, drink up. Lionel has a lot of... I suppose he is the, master leader of the island. So it makes sense he has a lot of money and whatnot, but... Also, oh, Mina, I found Mr. Fergus fallen ill on his latest errand. I've healed him some with the remainder of my plasma vial, but he'll be in poor shape until he gets a full dose. I'm still quite weak, but I must carry out his noble legacy. Is there a heal point down here somewhere? Or a save point down here somewhere? I do think we actually found the 4th dungeon. Yeah, I think this is the 4th dungeon, probably. The bone area. And there is indeed a save point down here. Which means I can pick up my heal vials and presumably go help out here? Because I can get the heal vial back basically trivially. Okay, that I think helps. Oh, Mina, that's very kind of you. I already feel much better. Please accept my deepest thanks. It's some money at least. Oop. You amaze me once again, Mina. Back we go to the safety of A6, then. Is there a shortcut out of this area? Because I have enough, I think, to get the train station fully unlocked, and I'd like to keep that. I'd like to keep the train station fully unlocked. Or I'd like to actually get the train station fully unlocked if I can. Okay, that's how I launch around. Got it. These enemies deal a lot of damage, though. Yeah, a lot of these enemies seem to be dealing quite the appreciable amount of damage. Okay, how do I get through here? Yeah, down, there it is. Upgrade. I could get upgrades as well. I do suppose I have enough, because I have enough to get basically anything I want. But what I want is the train. More so than I immediately want a either more attack or more defense right now. More attack would still be nice, I suppose. But I'd very much prefer... Also, I'm not actually sure what dungeon this is. Bone Beach. Okay, we did find Bone Beach. I wasn't actually sure. Can I make it past those? Or do I need to go down? No, I can't go down either. Can I dig... Can I burrow under these? I can burrow under them. Because I know throwing things at an enemy deals a pretty good chunk of damage also. Because I think Bone Beach probably has a lot of bones. I do still like how the game kind of teaches things at a weird thing. Bundling bombs. Toss 2 orbs when they collide. Strike the explosion move. Interesting. Yep, we're almost at 3 hours on the stream time. My normal stream length is about 4-ish hours. Up to... Really? Oh, right, I can't dig in on stone. Or I can't dig in on the metal grates. Oh, gosh. This is a slightly terrifying area. Okay, can I... take out the enemy alive? No, I cannot. Get in there. Okay, but this is at least they have confirmed that we didn't go completely the wrong way to get to this area in the first place. Because yeah, that deals a lot of damage when I throw that at an enemy. I think I like how much damage that deals. Okay. One enemy at a time, though. Because these enemies take 1, 2, 3, 4 hits right now. 4 hits isn't actually that... Actually, 4 hits isn't terrible. Ah. I do still need to be cautious, though. Because some of these are still a little bit on the tricky side. Okay, there we go. Shortcut opened. I wonder what the boss of this arena is going to be. I have a feeling it's probably going to be... I don't know, it might be different than the one that we came into this area through. Or that we had to fight to get into the area. That at least makes a little bit of sense to me. The fact that there's like so many just like little bushes and stuff that I have to dodge. Okay, I'm gonna break that, and then I'm gonna run down. I am missing out on a lot of bones just from not wanting to not particularly wanting to deal with all... This game really likes its moving platforms also. Like, the game really does like to just take away all of my ability to actually control my own character. I don't... Like I said, I don't really mind it. It just is a little bit... It does just feel a little bit weird at times. Okay, that... I think I need to go left off the screen. Yeah, there we go. This is a message in a bottle. Help! I'm shipwrecked on an island. What's worse, I'm drowning in debt. I can see the dreadworm's head to my right. I must be southwest of it. Some out-of-place rocks in the shallows block my return. Please find me before my creditors do. Bertram. I suppose I could probably help them. Or presumably help them. Okay, 1, 2. Slowly taking out the enemy. Because these aren't... Actually, that's not a terribly difficult type of enemy to even defeat. I just have to make sure I'm off to the side of them. Even more bone stone shards. Do I have all my sparks? I do have all my sparks. Ah, right. How do I get out of this area? Because I don't think I can go to the right. Yeah, I don't think I can get to the right from this side, at least. So I need to go around somewhere else. Though where that somewhere else is remains to be figured out. These dungeons do remind me quite a bit of like old like the older 2D Legend of Zelda dungeons, which is a neat little thing to be reminded of by the dungeons. I definitely messed that up. Oh gosh, where is... I don't know where... I don't remember how to get back to where I died. Okay, maybe I do use some of my money for an upgrade at some point here. Yeah, because if I use some of my money for an upgrade, I'd at least be able to do probably more... I'd probably go with damage again. Because I really do like the damage upgrades I can pick up throughout the game. They are actually pretty useful. Also, the fact that this bird sees me when I walk over to the side, but not when I walk right above it, is mildly amusing to me. Did I come through this area room before? I did, didn't I? Ah, yeah, because the bush is here. Which means my spark is right there. There we go. Because I can break a surprising amount of stuff. Bone up. I don't want more. I don't want more sidearm use. I hardly use it as is. I hardly even use the sidearms as is. Let alone if I got bonus usage for them. Okay, this does seem to be the only real pathway through the area. Oh, I can go to the right. That didn't actually take me anywhere useful. I very much like the fact that I have the ability that lets me just jump over 2 tile gaps for near free. It's not for free, but it's for nearly free. And it does take up one relic slot, but that's honestly perfectly acceptable. Yeah, one relic slot is honestly perfectly acceptable for... I did not mean to pick that up. Because I need to figure out how to get to the right. Oh, can I use that to launch over? I can. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was not something I could get past. I am not sure what to think of that enemy. That is certainly a large enemy type. Right. I need to be careful with the water. Yeah, I still don't know what to think of that enemy type. I see a save point at least. So we are definitely making progress through the dungeon. Yeah, squid, Megamind squid. I suppose that's not terribly inaccurate. There is I don't think there's anything secret hidden in the dark section right there. Oh, hi, what are you? Rack. Oh, a fellow delver, are we? Draw near, my glow will warm you. Let the moist darkness wrap around you. I suppose you came to see my wares. No? I don't like that. Reduces damage taken in dark place. I will buy the Kier and the polyp lamp. I suppose I always buy the relics and the keys. That's like my just consistent rule. I'm guessing this is a shortcut to somewhere. Sandfall's Bone Junction. I don't know where this is either. I took a shortcut from I don't know where to I don't know where. So this is a shortcut back up to the entrance of the area. Got it. I'm not sure that's actually useful. So this is where the spark gen... It does look like this is where the spark generator is going to eventually spit me out. And it does look like where the spark generator is going to eventually spit me out. So I suppose that's worth something. I suppose it's worth something to have that shortcut, or to have a shortcut open to the middle of the dungeon. Yeah, it's still so nice to just be able to consistently double jump. Do I think I don't use my bone shards on any upgrades in the dungeon. If I get enough to get an upgrade in the dungeon, I'll get the upgrade. Ah, yes. Eyeballs. Because that is a perfectly normal thing for dungeon to just have. It's just a giant pile of eyeballs everywhere. This is a lot of bones down here, though. I should not have hit them as quickly, because a lot of the bigger bones I then have to chase after. Okay, that was a decent amount of money at least. Though I do want to go back to my underlab to re-heal. Get out of my house. Back again. You ever wonder who built these underlabs? I do every time I see you come in. I don't really wonder who built them, because... Though I suppose now I wonder who built them. Okay, it's one of the giant brain squid. They really do kind of just have a giant brain as their head. Okay, 1, 2... The fact that... But also the fact that I have a hard time hitting them... Not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible, at least. I can make it up top and take out this type of enemy, at least. Maybe I do want to get a health upgrade at some point. Because my health is... Well, not a health upgrade, a damage upgrade. Because I don't deal the most damage ever. I don't deal the most damage ever. Granted, another damage upgrade is getting to the realm of very expensive. Because it is actually only 8,600 for the next damage upgrade, and I'm at almost 5,000. It's a bit better than I figured. Yeah, that's a little bit better than I figured on the upgrade cost. 1, 2, break. I'm suspecting... Yep, there's an enemy. Of a variety that I have never seen before. A variety of... enemies of new varieties are always a little bit scary. Especially when they have a is a reasonable amount of health. Because I need to get through... Where? I need to go through here. Okay. Press button. Lower... I keep forgetting it to notice that it actually has like little lines drawn. Okay, drop the shortcut down. It gave me another heal vial. That is good to know that there's a healing vial up here, at least. Beached creature. Oh, is this the creature we saw it mentioned in that shipwreck, or that bottle from the shipwreck? I think it is. I think it's the same creature. I'm gonna open the shortcut. Shortcut has been opened. Captain Greaves. Yar. I used to chase this beast on the high seas. Now look what they've done to her. Why'd you go and beat yourself after the tower rose? This is a sad sight, seeing her in this state. Yeah, the more I play, the more I'm questioning if the tower or the spark generators are actually as good as they get made out, or as they're made out to be. Holy, it's huge. Yeah, this thing is massive. Because its head is all the way down there, and it's pretty big. Can I walk inside of its mouth? I can go inside of its mouth. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Dreadworm's Maw. What type of enemy is this? This is definitely an enemy, at least. Okay. I'm not sure if... The fact that there's a save point inside the creature's head is somewhat interesting. Where does the game want me to go? Oh, I can break these on the side. Okay. That gives me more bones. Oh, I need to defeat this thing in order to be able to make it up to the save point. Okay, I think I just need to go actually defeat it correctly again, so I can... Oh, it doesn't even count as something which takes my... Okay, come on, one more hit. There we go. That at least lowers the spikes. Oh, I see where I need to go. just gotta make sure I'm actually at full health, because I can go up here? Presumably. Dreadworm's Maw. Pulsing Tract. Where are we? Like, what is this area's... Like, what's the deal with this area, I wonder? Because, like, these aren't terribly difficult enemies. I'm gonna start by just running up, just so I can see what's up here. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely inside of the body of a giant snake, kraken. What type of creature would it be? I mean, I guess a dreadworm. A biodungeon? Honestly, I think it's we can vibe with it. So at least these little spider enemies that are everywhere are not the strongest enemy in the game. Though, I'm gonna get rid of the bouncy platform that was gonna constantly bounce me into the void. I want to take out the little spitter thing there. Yeah, the extra jump distance is still exceptionally nice. Because it just saves me, like, not a ton, but it saves me just enough effort to actually be worthwhile. Okay, there we go. The fact that the enemies aren't getting taken out in one hit when they start flashing means my damage is presumably lower than what the game is expecting me to have at this point. So I may upgrade my damage at some point here. What is over here? That COVID? Hopefully not. Ah, shoot. Just because getting the health, or getting the extra health is presumably going to be helpful. 500 more bonestone shards. Honestly, at this rate, I might have enough. I think I have enough bonestone shards already to probably finish. Is it going to respawn me over? Okay, respawn me on the left at least. I'm going to say, at this rate, I'm going to have enough bonestone shards to probably finish the entire train solely off of the shards. Oh no, I have to fight one of these things. Because we pet one of these definitely not dogs outside of the area. Outside of the area at one point. How does it want me to do this? You want me to bounce? Oh, I can't, so I can bounce off the top of them as well. Where's this go? That goes up. Okay. That spits me back out into the dungeon. Honestly, I'm just gonna attack this enemy from the backside, since... Why not? Okay, hold on. Where does it want me to go from here? I think it wants me to go... up here? Okay, come on. There we go. Yeah, we are getting close on being able to get the item upgrade. With nothing. I want that treasure chest, but I don't know how to get to it. I ruined my ability to get to it, didn't I? Yep, I totally did. Does that respawn them? That does not respawn them. Because I know how to get to that treasure chest. I jump off here and I bounce 1, 2, 3, 4. I just broke the 4th one. That's slightly unfortunate. Okay, I can get squished. Good to know. Yeah, good to know that the game does let me get squished between solid walls and enemies. I still want to get the bones for the upgrades. Yeah, getting more bones for upgrades is presumably never actually a bad thing. This enemy is bouncing in like the least convenient spot imaginable. Because yeah, I suspect it's about 10 to 12,000 to get the train. Okay, I'm gonna use my last heal. Hopefully we're close-ish. Hopefully we're close-ish to a save point. Yeah, hopefully we're close-ish to a save point. Oh, that's a... It's not a bottomless pit. This looks like a bottomless pit. It just looks like a bottomless pit because... But it actually takes me down here. Honestly, I might as well take the Bonestone Shard upgrade, because that at least just re-solidifies Yeah, that at least re-solidifies the bones that I got. Can I drop to the upper part? I can't drop... I need to get to that button somehow. Oh, I think I know how this mechanic works in this area. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get these bones though, but I think if I drop down up here, it'll drop me to the upper right corner where I can then bounce up to the button. Okay, that was actually kind of neat. It's actually kind of a neat little mechanic or puzzle mechanic right there. Though I do still not have any health, which is mildly suboptimal. And not having any healing is still mildly not the greatest thing ever. I think I see a save point. I just need to survive long enough to get to said save point. Okay, it is indeed a save point. Thank you, game. Okay, then I need to get to, I think, 1 button, 2 button on either side. That's my suspicion. I should not have attempted to fight both creatures at the same time. That was definitely not the best. Because I can... Okay, I can't go that way. I don't think I can go that way either. I can go back to the left, but that doesn't help me at all. Yeah, going back to this side doesn't actually help me really any amount. I definitely do need to figure out how to get to the buttons, though. So the first button... Because I can't jump from up here either. Because it looks like... How do I get up there? I need to somehow get up top? Because I can bounce up 1 layer off the bouncy things. Can I, like, bounce up in the top? Up the top? Hold on a minute. I mean, I'm gonna just keep trying. Okay, I can make it here. I don't think that helps me at all. I don't think making it there helps me at all. Because I can... I don't think I can jump... Yeah, I can't jump over those. It looks a little bit like I should be able to, but I can't. Isn't that the same floor time as the puzzle? Oh yeah, this... I see the same floor down there. This one down here is a bottomless pit. The top, past the spikes, isn't? Yeah, it's the same type up near the spikes, but I don't think I can get into it up at the spikes. Because I can't jump over that type of platform. I can't jump over those spikes, but it is the same... Oh, you know what I can do? I can go up here. Huh. Something tells me I should have paid more attention to the map. Or to the layout of the area. If something tells me I should have paid a little bit more attention to the layout of the area, given how confusing it suddenly got. Because that is definitely the same type of flooring. Okay, if I just drop down off of this ledge, where do I drop? Oh gosh, this is... This is going to be a little bit tricky. Because it also sometimes just... It appears that it will apparently just drop me straight onto nothing. Also, I think all the interesting spots are covered. Really? Really? I'm not going to get the bones because they're just going to bounce that far away. I do suppose I unequipped the item that lets me... Where does this drop me? Does this drop me somewhere useful? Not really? Well, maybe a little bit. Because all the interesting spots to drop down... Yeah, all the interesting spots to drop down appear to be... Yeah, all the interesting spots to drop down appear to be blocked off on the top. That's what I think those interesting looking circle patterns are the spots I want to drop down. So like, or square patterns. So like the one directly to my left is the one with the gold skull. Yeah, so the one down up there is the one with the gold skull. This one is... The one at the top is the button. I can launch over the spikes. I did not realize I could launch over the spikes like that. That actually helps a little bit, I think. Yeah, knowing I can jump over the spikes, I can also get that gold skull for the money. This puzzle is a little bit on the difficult side. Because I can then get the gold skull this way. I do think I have worked out how this puzzle is structured, though. Which means I can at least stand a chance of solving it. So I need to drop down there. I need to clear both the spikes out first. And so I need to go up and right. Because it's gonna be... I don't know if I can drop down... I'm gonna go as far up as I can before I drop down. Just because that feels like a good idea. Okay, this technically counts as sort of a shortcut. I see a Kier down there. I think that's around the... I think the stone button next to that shortcut that I opened is around the point where the stuff goes horizontal. Ah, yes. Yeah, the saver, the thing that saves me from taking as much void damage is helpful. Because I think it's around here that I need to drop down. I need to go down. Oh, I need to be down at the bottom edge. But I want to get the key. Technically, I have 4 keys sitting around, but I don't want to be just missing a key at the end of the game. Yeah, we are making progress. We are making progress through the dungeon. This game's dungeons just are a little bit tricky at times. Where does that drop me down? That does not drop me down in a useful spot either. I need to be further down, I want to say? Ah, yes. I'm just gonna keep getting knocked off the little puzzle. What are those? Are those like little wispy bat things? Okay, I can take out... Yeah, being able to defeat some of these enemy types, or being able to defeat these enemies that get in my way is always quite nice. What I really need is I need to be, like, super far... I need to be super far down. Because, like, I think I see where the game wants me to fall down. Oh, that doesn't put me in the Kier spot either. I think I can jump down onto one of the blue... maybe not. Definitely not the easiest puzzle I've ever seen. Yeah, that does not drop me into the right spot. It does give me the... what I need to get to the button, at least. Because that does... okay, yeah, that does at least give me what I need to make it to the button. I still want the key. I'm going to push the button real quick, since I now have the ability to... get there. Is there a skull up here? There is money up here. I think if I drop about here... no, I need to be further down. So I need to get onto... is it like here, maybe? That did not work. I need to get onto that platform in the middle, but I think that platform in the middle is in a weird spot. Oh. Oh, hold on. Now I need to drop down from the top side, because I need to hit... yeah, this puzzle is... a puzzle. Like, this is actually, like, legitimately taking some of my mental energy to solve. I think I want to drop down about here. Should put me right next to that. Okay, there we go. Because now I can bounce across on the blue things. Oh, hold on. I need to... the button is not persistent. The button not being persistent makes this a little bit more difficult. There we go. There we go. I still want the key. Though I'm not sure how to get the key. Yeah, that is one thing I'm less sure on, is... because the key, or the Kier is below those rocks. And I don't see a spot that would go there. I'm just gonna mentally make a note that there's a Kier there, and probably forget by the time I need to use it. Okay, I want a damage upgrade. I think this will give me enough for a damage upgrade. Yeah, 8,600 for the damage upgrade. Is it just going to stay at 8,600, or is it going to go to 99.9? It goes to 99.99. I want to save the other money for... yeah, I specifically want to save the rest of the money for presumably eventually unlocking the train. Alright, I can go into the Underlab to force a save as well. I keep forgetting I can do that. I feel like I'm dropping into a boss fight of some variety. Okay, or I'm just dropping into my doom by getting constantly bounced off the walls. Okay, this still technically counts as forward progress. Okay, we have the platform. need to not miss my platform. This whole section is a little bit funky. Because I can bounce, and being able to cross 2 tile gaps, I suspect is very helpful. Hey, look, it's even more free, quote-unquote, free money. Okay, now I'm on a platform I can't dig into. Oh gosh. I don't like that. Yeah, that is presumably going to be problematic. Okay, those don't even help me. Okay, it's a save point, though. The fact that it gave me save points that close together means I feel like I should not have beaten that or made it through that as quickly as I did. Because, yeah, this is... Okay, it does squish the enemy, though. That does, I think, help a little bit. Because not only does it squish the enemy, it also constrains where the bones can go. I see a staircase top right. I see a staircase up here. Drill diver. Press to launch forward and knock enemies back. Can be used mid-air. Interesting. I got squished again. I'm gonna just restore my health in the underlab instead of burning like 3 separate heals. Because one of these mining enemies is honestly not a major threat. I mean, I do suppose we are in a living dungeon, or presumably a living dungeon, so it does make some level of sense. Is this a safe spot to stand? That is a safe spot to stand, at least temporarily. Okay. I made it down here. Now where do I go? Up. The answer is up. Okay. We have made it up. Oh, I kinda want that bone. Okay. What was that worth it? I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes, that was absolutely worth it. Okay, 1, 2. I need to then move through here relatively fast. I'm gonna heal even though I'm definitely short on health. I don't know if I'm gonna actually defeat this enemy or not. Okay, this is a much more complicated dungeon than I thought it was gonna be. Because a lot of the dungeons are not requiring this much thinking. I like it, though. Also, the fact that I can just double jump without needing to dig, or the fact that I can jump twice to cross those bigger gaps without needing to dig, is, I think, endlessly useful. Okay, this is a shortcut down. Oh, this is a shortcut, like, to the... near the entrance of the area. Because that's a save point from the very, very start of the area. Then we have a shortcut to go... Brain Alcove. That looks like a dungeon boss. That very much looks like the dungeon boss. Okay, we get to fight a brain this time. It's at least unique. Yeah, I'll give it that much. This is at least a unique boss fight. Though also, the brain is definitely trying to protect itself. Okay, I can take out that one. I can take out the eyeballs. I am very low on health, though. Okay, if I can deal some damage... Okay. I think I know what to do. I think I know how to fight this boss. Step 1, take out the eyeball. Step 2, break the little blue things. Yeah, the blue things are what I can attack to deal damage to the boss. And then I want to take out the eyeballs as quickly as I can. Okay, because yeah, these aren't terribly difficult to hit. I do want to poke the eyeballs, though. Because poking the eyeballs, I think, does help. I'm gonna heal, because this looks like there's gonna be at least one more phase to the boss after I break all the blue spots. That is slightly unfortunate. Okay, there is indeed a second phase to the boss. How do I deal with that second phase, though, once it starts bouncing around? Yeah, how do I deal with the phase once it starts bouncing around? Because I need to still hit the blue thing a bunch of times. And I still don't have much in the way of a dodge ability. That's just not something that the game gives me ready access to. Yeah, the ones on the side are easier to hit than the ones on the top. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that is me having dealt enough damage to trigger the next phase. Because I think, okay, that's how I dodge it. Then I can hit it a couple of times. Okay. I at least know what to do. So I need to hit the eyeballs again. Yeah, I need to hit the eyeballs more. Because the eyeballs cause problems. Okay, I can dig. I can like dig to avoid. I don't want to use my bone shards on an upgrade is the thing. Take out the eyeball. Always poke the eyeballs. Yeah, always poking the eyeballs is a very, very good idea, I suspect. Okay, can I do this in a slightly smarter order? Because if I poke the one on the side and then I run around, I can get a heal off. Because I can... Ah, shoot, I ran out of health again. This game is... This boss is definitely a slight difficulty step compared to the others I've seen. What I think is, I think I can deal some more damage in the easier phase if I focus on taking out one full side first. Because I can definitely hit one side. Yeah, the eyeballs are also what like shoot the like weird laser beams and stuff my way that keep causing me difficulty. Yeah, the rings and the laser beams and basically all the things that cause me problems come from the eyeballs not being destroyed. I want to... Ah, shoot. I need to heal a little bit more. I need to put a little bit more work or thought into healing, is my suspicion. And also just making sure that the eyeballs are non-problematic. I think I'm going to do the entire left side before I jump over to the right side. I feel like that's the play. Because I see it, I can see where the eyeballs are by where there's just dangerous things coming from. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because my theory is I can then heal. Actually, I can go poke the eyeballs up top. Though I am very low on health now. Dude. That phase transition's tricky. Bones lost next death. I would rather they not be, but I don't think I actually care that much. I don't think I actually care that much about losing some of my bones. Or about losing the bones. Okay, one of the eyeballs up top is inevitably going to open at some point here. And I want to be able to see it when it does. Because if I can go poke the eyeballs... Yeah, if I can poke the eyeballs faster, it makes my life significantly easier. Okay, I want to heal during the phase transition, then take out the other eyeball. Yeah, I want to focus down the eyeballs a little bit more than I have been. Because those lasers... Yeah, the lasers that the eyeballs blast out my way are problematic. To say the least. I need to... Because, like, it also, like, always puts the weak point of the brain somewhere that I can't easily get to to hit it. Ah, shoot. I got knocked off the platform. I need to heal? If I jump into the rings, they do at least go away. Yeah, if I jump into the rings at least get destroyed. So I need to hit the brain. I need to hit the brain so I can actually get an appreciable amount of health back from a heal. This... Yeah, there's so much stuff going on in the fight that it makes it hard for me to consistently avoid anything. Ah, shoot. I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, I'm definitely doing something wrong in the boss fight, but I'm not sure what. The game's really pushing me to, like, get the extra damage so that this fight goes faster, I think. As non-helpful as that would be for unlocking. Yeah, as non-helpful as the extra damage would be for unlocking the train, which was my kind of one of my primary goals there, it would help with the boss fight. Yeah, dealing more damage would indeed help with the boss fight. So it might be worth it. But also, there's just so much stuff in the arena. Like, it's just such a busy arena. And even, like, knowing how to dodge a lot of these attacks isn't helping as much as I would have liked it to. Because I can break the eyeball, I can hit the eyeballs pretty easily. Yeah, I can hit the eyeballs surprisingly easily. But then it just doesn't help. It just doesn't help to hit the eyeballs. Because they open up so fast in the second phase. And I can't even upgrade my attack because I lost I lost the bones. Oh, that's somewhat frustrating. Also, I just thought about this. Why does this thing have eyeballs inside of its brain? That is I'm not going crazy. That is a little bit of a weird. That is a little bit of a weird one. Having brain eyeballs. I don't think that I'm going crazy thinking that brain eyeballs are weird. That is a very inconveniently located hole in the ground. Yeah, that is a very inconveniently located hole in the ground there. I'm gonna heal again while I have an at least workable shot at it. Yeah, I just need to spend, like, yeah, I just have so little health. do I burn basically my entire bone stash that I was going to use for the train on a defense upgrade? Is that what the game wants me to do? Like, these aren't difficult. Like, the eyeballs are not difficult for me to defeat. But they are in an awkward spot. Especially in the second phase when I can't stop moving for very long. Oh gosh, that's a lot more damage than I would have liked to have taken there. I can take that out. Yeah, like, there's just so much stuff in the arena. This boss is definitely a difficulty spike. But hey, at least I'm not worried about losing my 0 bones. Like, yeah, a lot of the trouble I'm having is that the eyeballs respawn very quickly, especially in the second phase. And if I ignore the eyeballs, they throw so much just stuff out at me that I'm basically guaranteed to run out of health at some point. I'd basically be guaranteed to run out of health at some point. From just how much the eyeballs throw my way. Okay, I want to heal. I then want to take out the eyeball as much as I can, because the brain only does 1, 2, 3 bounces. And it gives me precisely enough time to either attack it or one of the eyeballs. And if I attack it, then do I just ignore the eyeballs in phase 2? I think I might have to ignore the eyeballs in the second phase. Because they just take so much... Like, I can't deal damage to the boss if I'm having to focus down the eyeballs. That is the problem I keep... Well, that is one of the problems I keep running into. Because it's not... The boss isn't terribly difficult to deal damage to in phase 1. Oh, come on. Take out the bone serpent. Take out the eyeballs that are right next to me. Because I think I need to deal as much damage as I can during that phase transition. Though the brain heals during the phase transition. Yeah, that just doesn't feel like the easiest thing ever to deal with. Okay, I need to... Yeah, I think just focusing on using the dive to dodge around things in the second phase seems to be the play. Because that is a... Yeah, these are dodgeable attacks. I like how I lost all 0 bones. Yeah, I like how I lost all 0 out of my 0 bones there. But I think that not focusing down the eyeballs in phase 2, and also not dealing damage after I get into phase 2 is... Or not trying to deal damage during the phase transition because I just know it'll heal, I think is the strategy. I think that's the strategy I want to take. Because I can... Yeah, I can take down... I can take it down pretty easily, then I can heal. I want to be at full health going into this phase. 1, 2, 3. Can I then hit it a couple of times? I can. 1, 2, 3. I can hit it a couple of times. I can then focus a little bit more on just dodging. Because I deal a lot of damage. Like, all things considered, I deal a good chunk of damage. I'm not sure that heal was worth it. 1, 2, 3. Get squished. Did that heal help me? That did not help me. That's the furthest I've gotten through this boss fight, though. That is the furthest I made it through the boss fight. That does count as getting better. Because some of the boss fights in this game are not terribly difficult. This one is not one of them. It appears. I have no idea how I didn't take damage from that. Yeah, sometimes I'm just not sure how, like, I'm actually surviving as much as I am. I'm gonna take out the eyeball since I'm up here, and then I can heal. Yeah, I need to be more careful. 1, 2, 3. Because I can just run away from everything. Okay, I definitely need to... I don't know if I need to, like, heal or... Because when I get stuck inside of the enemy, I just, like, take a ton of damage super quickly. Granted, my defense is not... But my defense is not that highly upgraded compared to what it could be. I do wonder if that's making my life more difficult than it needs to be. But my insistence on, I really want to unlock the train. But yeah, also the fact that the eyeballs shoot lasers from off screen does not make them any easier to deal with. Because I can heal pretty easily during phase 1. And extremely easily during the phase transition. Though also, if there's anything on the screen when I try to heal, I'm basically instantly toast. Okay, because, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. I can then poke it, like, twice? Can I get a heal off? I somehow managed to get a heal off. So I got hit. I don't even know how I got hit several of those times. Okay, I want to heal again before it does its bouncing brain. Okay, this is the furthest I've gotten it again. Because I'm close. There's... Okay, there we go. That was very, very difficult. Like, logically, it should not have been that difficult. I did get a health upgrade. Like, logically, it should not have been that difficult, but that... Yeah, finally. No kidding. That was a much more difficult boss fight than I thought it was going to be. Oh, did we, like, go out of its horn? We do. Okay, there is a save point up here. I'm gonna definitely use the save point. Because, yeah, that was surprisingly difficult. I am happy to have actually beaten that boss, though. I don't know if that's the dungeon... I don't know if that's the dungeon boss or if that was a mini-boss, is the thing. I'm really hoping that was the actual, like, final dungeon boss. If that was a mini-boss, then that makes me very scared for the final boss of the dungeon. I don't want that upgrade. It did give me a health upgrade. I do suppose it did give me a health upgrade, which is what I normally get from final dungeon bosses. So that's a point in the favor of it being an actual dungeon boss. Though I just haven't seen Sandfall's shoreline generator. Okay, we are at the generator. That does help. Can How many tries is this going to take me to get up the generator? Because I'm really, really inconsistent with actually being able to clear the generators. Where do I go from there? Because I can't go past the green stuff. But I think that means I need to go back down, maybe? Luckily, I don't really run the risk of losing any bones or anything from these generators. Yeah, where does it expect me to go? Also, the generator sequences also have, like, just some slightly, at least to me, janky controls. Okay, I didn't know I could use my sword in the generator sequence. Yeah, it's like, where does it actually want me to go? Because, like, I can trigger that, but then what? Because I can get up to this one. I can get up to that circle spot pretty easily. Oh, I can break that. Okay. That's the mechanic I was missing. The game doesn't tell you these things. It's both a good... I both like and dislike how flexible the game is at times with what it decides it will actually teach you. Because it is... Like, I obviously want to try to beat this spark generator before I end today's stream. Okay, because I can get through there. Then what? Okay, I need to launch over. Okay. I am figuring out the way up the spark generator, but... This is a section of the game that is always weirdly difficult for me as well. Like, a lot of the bosses don't actually cause me that many issues. Because then I can launch up here. I can then launch and use those to bounce. I can then bounce again. I really need to use one of these spinny things to send the sparks further down the generator. Then I need to go up. I want to use that, because that does reset where the sparks are if I use one of the spinny things. Or at least it normally does. Getting bounced around without control. Getting bounced around without any control does make that a little bit tricky. Okay, I want to break 1, 2, 3. I want to go to that one. I then want to launch over 1. Launch over 2. Launch over 3. I need to trigger that one because I need to get past that blue. I need to trigger that one so I can get up here. I need to jump over those so I can trigger this. Then I need to make it... Okay, I need to open that pathway. And then, okay, there we go. There we go. That's always difficult. Yeah, that is always difficult. I'm still not sure if I like the fact that we're repairing these or not. Because I still think that Thorn probably had a reason to have them not be repaired. That is a lot of bone stone that I have. That should definitely be enough for the train when we get to that point. Or next time I see a train that I can repair. Hey, we cleared both the third and the fourth dungeon. I'll consider that quite successful. Yeah, I'll call 3rd and 4th dungeon pretty successful. And also gonna probably just call it for the day here. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I hope you had fun. Like, comment, subscribe so that I don't get banished to the shadow realm of the algorithm. And, Ender Magnolia tomorrow, Memories in Orbit Thursday, I think, is the rest of the streams this week. And then will be more Hollow Knight at some point. And also lots and lots of other games. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.